shine. Skull and CQ with that mobile line. Eric's got his 891 and 8 test tight. He's chasing them parks from morning to night. We're calling CQ, come join the ride. From salty shores to mountain and highs. A Molly crew with wire and drive, tossing antennas and trees to feel alive. Once a month we light up the stream. It's Northeast Ham Radio, living the dream. Oh, living the dream. Izzle's in the woods with a stogie lit. Got his logbook down in a chair that fits. But toss him a chip with that barbecue tang. You'll get a ran in the Hamburglar fang. Matt builds them tough and tunes them clean. Reliance hits like a well-oiled machine. Toss a wire in a tree, no need to prepare. 5-9 signals floating through the air. We're calling CQ, come join the ride. From salty shores to mountain and highs. A motley crew with a wire and drive, tossing antennas and trees to feel alive. Once a month we light up the stream. It's Northeast Ham Radio, living the dream. Oh, living the dream. Salty walks got tales from the ocean tide, with the sailor's grin and that coastal pride. He wrote the book on waves and wire, a Rhode Island soul with a northern fire. If it's broke, Rob's the guy to call. He'll tear it down and rebuild it all with a scope, a smile, and zero fear. He's the reason half our rigs still cheer. The route rolls deep with a pack and a plan. Sky above, ground below, mic in hand. From jump zones to parks, he's living it loud. Still grumpy as hell, but making us proud. We ain't perfect and that's just fine. We miss a few calls and forget the time. It's happy hour when we go live. Mics get hot and so do the vibes. So if we slur a bit or lose our roles, just blame the beer in our RF souls. Marvin's got the badge and the winter plan. He'll brave the cold with a rig in hand. When the bands are rough and the tans are low, he's the ham radio guy putting on a show. From Rochester's Edge with a voice so clear, Mike's rocking AM on the modern gear. He's hitting the air with that VHF bite and logging POTA till the stars say night. Todd's blowing finals at field day again. Still a proud general, won't let it end. Talks baseball more than he checks his SWR. They'll snag that contact from a mile too far. Boys roll slow through the woods and mud. Mass plates on the FJ, tires chewing the crud. He'll find the path where the signals roam, with a calm CQ from his overland home. We're calling CQ, the signal's wide. From the coast to the pines on the mountainside. We're band of hands with stories to share, tossing wire and trees, putting watts in the air. Once a month we fire up the screen. It's Northeast Ham Radio, where legends convene. Antennas and trees and friends on the air, for signals we chase and the stories we share. We laugh, we learn, sometimes we swear, but every month you know we'll be there. This is Northeast Ham Radio. Pull up a chair.
Well, welcome to another episode of Northeast Ham Radio. Ooh, how are we all doing?
We are doing fine.
After that. It's been a while since I heard the joint.
It's a lively crowd here tonight. My gosh, we're not pulling teeth. Very
Pulling
cool.
what?
Very cool. Yeah,
Everybody's
teeth.
glad
You know,
to be
these
inside
things
to
that
be
you still got to
warm.
hold on to. Even the ones I put on the bureau every night.
Oh,
Anyway, Yeah, no.
That's what she said.
Okay. Starting hard. All right. Well, welcome to another Northeast Ham Radio, folks. We got the chat is lively tonight. Good to see everybody in there as well. We're dispersed across a lot of different channels tonight, so pretty cool to see all the folks everywhere and scattered about, so real good. Yeah, with that, I guess, we'll kind of say hello, and we'll start it off to my right, since I'm apparently the MC for tonight. Tortoise, turn around, give us your better side, please.
Oh,
maybe.
hey, there we go.
How are you doing, buddy? What's been going on?
Look, man, I got your shirt.
Woohoo! Yes, nice.
Nice.
We are making headways. Just a sidebar there. I'm creating more, so keep an eye out for those.
I will say it needs pre-washed because it's like I feel like I got a tent on.
100%.
2X. I was like, holy crap, dude.
Welcome to the world of on-demand printing, my friend. T-shirt vendors are so freaking all over the map. You can never guess. I remember first printing our first shirts, and I'm wearing an extra large. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I got something super tight on. So, yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah, it was crazy. What's going on, peoples? How's everybody doing this evening?
We were asking you that. What are you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I got the keys to the F-350 for snow plowing on Sunday night. Yay me! Mm-hmm. Just getting ready for this storm and winter field day. Yay! Winter emergency preparedness field day.
Yeah. Literally, Marvin.
A lot of people.
We are not turning this into a practice exercise. Would you wish for like the official exercise moment to show up? You got it.
I blame this on KAZ Levi out of Michigan. He put a Old Man Winter meme in our Winter Field Day Discord channel. It's like I think that's on him. He brought Old with that meme, and I think that's where it came from. So it's. Yeah, it's incredible. I'm really surprised at the storm and how significant this is and how big it's going to be. But it surely is going to be some emergency preparedness and I'll talk about more safety and other stuff down the road here. So
safety, yeah, sure. That's number 3 on the list according to me. But we'll definitely circle back around on that one. Cool. Well, we'll bounce it over to Matt. How are you doing, sir? What's been going on? You are in a special remote location at the moment, as I understand.
Mike should have sent me the Starlink because my internet's kind of garbage. I keep dropping once in a while. But yes, I'm at a cabin here, Lake Nakamixon, with my club, Whiskey 3 Oscar India. And if I pan the camera, they might not want to be on there. Put your clothes on. Someone left over there, and then we had the last one doing FT8 right here. So we're doing POTA activations because it's a park. I got K1L watched in earlier. And we put 2 antennas. We lost a few people because we got that storm coming. We're going to try to do a little bit of winter field day until, what do you think, like 9 or 10?
Before you guys all
huddle together? Until people get scared enough to leave, yeah. So unless Marvin says there's extra bonus to get, snowed in, then we might spend the whole day.
Is it bonus points to get snowed in, or do you get stupidity points for staying?
You should get bonus points for stupidity.
Yeah, bonus points for stupidity,
right? Yes. But that's pretty much it. I threw up the antenna and I got hit by a flying weighted throw bag, so that was a bonus. That was a big bonus.
Did your mother ever teach you?
We didn't get on camera though, unfortunately. We didn't have witnesses besides a squirrel and a cat somewhere. So that's pretty much it. Back to you guys.
Nice, cool. Well, Matt, remember your mom taught you very early on not to pee in the wind. Same goes things with throw bags. Don't throw into the wind. Throw away.
And told you not to play with your bag.
Anyway. We all,
I like my bag. My bag got busted. I had to throw it out.
Is that what happens? All right. Okay. Well, on to that, Marvin. I don't know how to segue into you, but how are you doing?
I'm good. Doing good. It's been absolutely just crazy this past probably 3 days as the storm came about with meteorologists and everybody seemed everything that's coming to the southeast and slowly making its way up the mid-Atlantic to the northeast here. A lot of winter field day cancellations, some changes. and we've just been getting hammered with people in our help desk. People making those changes and wondering what to do and having a lot of questions. So we've been fielding, good thing there's 3 of us, and we're fielding a lot of questions that are coming through on that. And so it's been absolutely steady. It's like, good thing I'm really not working full time right now, because it's been something to really be able to take on and do. So it's been really stupid busy. And like I said, I think before the broadcast, like I'm doing a little FL Digi and some other technology getting set up for the Winter Field Day Bulletin. So I've been really working on that. So that's I'll be doing that in Massachusetts, but it's everything's coming out of my Wisconsin station. So it's going to be quite interesting for that. It's been quite a feat to take on this year for me.
Well, nevertheless, if you lose internet and you're sending that bulletin out, bye-bye.
Yeah, well, the nice thing, I still have Starlink, but yeah, I would be host for a few minutes, yes.
Well, we have a prime example of what Starlink will give you right now in barely any inclement weather, so it's only a possibility that it could get worse. But
no, Matt doesn't have Starlink. He's got a cell phone.
Oh, okay, my mistake.
Yeah, I got Cell-Link. I got Cell-Link right now.
Oh, okay. So it's not. You can't even afford the star part, right? Got it?
No. Elon Musk didn't hook me up.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Well, you gotta be in bed with him, is from what I understand. So, see, Grouch, you know him right. Anyway, all right. Well, so I gotta ask the one question then. What is the most common asked thing at the help desk of Winter Field Day? Which, like, it sounds weird that you have a help desk for Winter Field Day. Like, are hams like dumbed down these days that they have to call a help desk now to figure out how to operate Winter Field Day?
So what has always happened in the past is we have had all the stuff come into a general email inbox, and those emails tend to get lost and tend to get just moved around,
dropped on the floor,
and dropped, and you don't necessarily catch them all. And then we want multiple people to be able to look at these and be able to handle them. And so I can take someone's question that they have and really drop it into a help desk instead. And that way we can have multiple people can look at that versus just everybody having the same sign in for the Google Gmail account. We now have a help desk we can put it into, and multiple people can look at it. We can put it in pending status. We can say, hey, we need to follow up with this for next year for 2027, and it gives us a lot more availability of looking at things in the future and stuff too, and looking at reports and seeing what type of stuff we can tag the tickets and kind of see, hey, what are we having a lot of questions about? How do we need to go about answering these more in different ways? So it's really about helping us on the back end and better management of supporting people who do have questions. So back to answering your original question, what's our most directed question?
How do you turn on your radio? How do you set up?
No, it's really about the probably the registration or doing the Winter Field Day site. It's a lot of it's registration questions. So when we have them post out on our website of where their Winter Field Day site's going to be, and we have a lot of questions around some of that, and then just some general questions sometimes about operating. And we had someone ask about MCW the other day, and it was like, well, I didn't know what the hell that even was initially, so I had to go through that.
What is MCW?
See, I'm not the only one. Anybody here know?
Mode.
Does anybody know? Modulated CW. You're basically taking like a keyer and putting it into it like a little HT and sending the signals over FM.
Isn't that just CW over FM?
It is something to do with like the side tone of it.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it's the carrier tone, but yeah. I'm not exactly 100% certain myself, but yes, it's how it comes across on the other side. So, but
okay, interesting. So it wouldn't be in, we'll say the right light if I emailed the help desk and said, "Hey, I'd like to do FD8. What do you say about me doing FD8?"
We don't allow
right into that spam mailbox.
Exactly. Yeah. If it puts FD8 anywhere in the subject of the body, it just goes right to the deleted file. We never answer you.
Good to know. So. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, over to the Grouch. How are you doing, buddy? What's going on with you?
Well, I'm doing all right. I'm no longer freezing, which is a great thing. It's unfortunate for you guys that you're all going to be freezing, but it's nice that we finally got some warmer weather. I'm not going to be doing Winter Field Day. This is the first time in the last 4 years straight that I've been a station captain for Winter Field Day.
Mm-hmm. We
And
took away your badge.
No, the thing is, I could have been a station captain with Flag and Torch, but there happens to be a rookie camp on Sunday where you're specifically learning to jump with 4 people. And so the last thing I need to check off on my B license checklist is I need 5 more successful skydives with 3 or more. And so 4-person skydives that meets that mark. So if I get 5 this weekend, then all I got to do is take my my test and I can get my B license.
Nice.
Cool.
Well done.
All right. Well, that's an acceptable reason and excuse. So you are, dismissed from having to participate in all the rest of the other ham radio-like activities to qualify yourself as a ham radio operator. Is that gatekeeping enough?
I did a little all-star listening this week. I heard you have a couple of little conversations while you were mobile in New Hampshire.
Did you hear the one today I had with Dave?
No, I didn't get one today.
That was a long one. But anyway, for another note,
All right.
another time. Cool. All right. Well, skydiving is it, and you bringing the HT up with you?
I might do a jump or two tomorrow with it. I think Sunday is going to be 100% focused on that camp. So, but yeah, tomorrow will be a good day. I'm going to get a bunch of jumps in. So,
cool. All right. Well, you heard him here, guys. If you're down in Florida area, make sure you get your radio tuned to what 5.5 or 5.2.
No. So I mean, if I go up and I want to try the All-Star for one. But then the other would just be 5.2, 146, 5.2.
There you go. You're in the Florida area, Tampa. Then have that 5.2 on. Listen for him. Cool. All right. Well, not least of this crew here, Mike. How are you doing? What's going on?
I'm a little sick and I'm a lot sober, so I'm definitely not myself.
You're awfully quiet.
Yeah. No, I got, and if anyone sees me go off camera briefly, it's just because like my nose is all congested and whatnot. I don't feel bad, but like my nose has not quit the last 24 plus hours. So, oh well. But yeah, and only one more week to go in dry January. So almost through.
And that's how you caught the cold, man. You should have just decided
I
not
know.
to, and you would have been
alcohol
fine.
kills the germs, right?
It does. It kills everything,
Oh my
including
God.
all of your organs.
Brain cells, liver, kidneys,
Yeah, but no, I other than that, I'm doing good. January, and I think I've said this before. January for me is it's like the Super Bowl for ham radio. There are so many contests and events that all happen, and you kind of. You gave me a look, Eric. But it's probably because I talked about this, I think, in the December live stream.
Bit, yeah.
But you come back right after New Year's Day, and you have the POTA. They want you to activate in the first week or whatever. You get your certificate for activating and hunting in the first week of the new year. I did the RIDI Roundup. So there's a RIDI Roundup that they do in January. There's POTA Support Your Parks weekend, the January VHF Contest, Winter Field Day. I think there was some CQ worldwide.
It was a North
recent too. I don't do those, so I don't know a lot about those. But there's just a lot to do in January. It's all of a sudden, right after the holidays, it's just boom. There's all these activities and stuff. So I'm loving it right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you kind of think about it, hams traditionally, 30 years ago, they were trapped in their shacks anyway during a wintertime, kind of freeze. So what else did they have to do except cause more commotion on the air? So I think that's why we have such a crazy amount of contests and the like. I know I keep every time I turn it around, I'm looking at a contest or hearing some guys in my club talk about it. It's the VHF contest is again? Wasn't that back in winter? And it's oh yeah, it's already winter again. So... It's kind of crazy. And then piggyback on top of Winter Field Day and all those other stuff. It's just it's almost kind of comical to listen because like people go, when is Winter Field Day? And then they do the calculation in their head like, oh, the VHF contest the week before, and then CQ something is the week before after that. It's just like you just spend too much time kind of doing the mental checklist.
Yeah. But no, it's a fun time for ham radio, aside from the bands the last couple days and stuff. But like, January, you got like, the higher bands, 10, 12, open, and it gets dark early, but that just means you can mess around on, 40 meters and DX on that later, earlier at night. And so it's a good time.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
I do also notice you're wearing a really cool shirt. You can't let that one go by. There we go.
Yes.
Brew and
yes.
activate.
I did not pay for it.
No, you did. No, you don't.
I did not. I won it
That's
fair and square. I had to watch your video like umpteen times to spot like. So you got so many view hours from me. I swear. It was like those games that we used to play like at the bar. Where it'd have like the photos and like you had to spot like where the difference was in the photos. You know what I'm talking about?
Which I hate.
Like
I hate those.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like
So the guy sitting on the toilet at the bar? No, that's not it. That's normal.
Yeah, no, that was fun. Thank you. No, it just came in the mail the other day.
Very cool. Yeah. For those that might not know, I had a video I put out at the beginning of the year. It was like the top 10 videos, and I made the mistake of misnumbering one of them. And I'm like, I'm just going to turn this into a little Easter egg here and see if people pick up on it. And it was in the title, Find the Lost. And then I posted at the bottom, and everybody glazed over it. Nobody. I was just like, and the Mike's like, really good video. I'm like, did you happen to notice the Easter egg missing? He's like, no, I didn't. I'll have to go back and look. And of course, nobody else picked up on it except him. So good for you, man. Way to win our shirt. So
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well, today we got a lot to talk about. I think, we mentioned, obviously alluded to a few things here in the description and the title outside of just happy hour and just hanging out and chit chatting. But support your parks weekend. Oh, well, Grouch, you might as well mention those because the koozie, which I don't have mine and I should, bring it up. But, that is a pretty cool koozie.
Well, it is, but I was just cheers to another
cheers.
Northeast
Okay.
Ham Radio.
Well, there you go. I'll raise a glass to you, my friend. And if I was so daring enough, I could fix a QBF Band-Aid to it. So, cool. So, any of you guys would just backing up the train a little bit. Last weekend was SYP, and, I have to admit I didn't get out and do any that weekend. I was tied up doing family stuff, but any of you guys get out and do Support Your Park weekend?
Nope.
Yep.
I feel bad.
We got one vote. Matt?
I activated 3 parks on 50 megahertz and above.
Ooh. No, I couldn't get out that weekend, unfortunately. No support your parks work for me.
Man, we're all slackers. We're all YouTubers. We're setting the standard, my friend. Mike's the only one carrying the weight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
And one of them, like, I mean, it was. I was just testing out some stuff, and so I was helping out a buddy who was working on his N1CC. It was like the first day of the contest. I wasn't planning on going out, but I went out for like a half hour or so, and we worked on 6 bands. But it was a twofer, so technically I got 12 contacts for POTA and
Wow.
and stuff. But then I played around on a new antenna I was testing out, and I just hunted people in the that were POTA or in the contest, one of the CQ ones and stuff. But I made contacts on 12 different bands just because it was a random wire and then the VHF stuff. So I was like, damn. The only band I left behind was 30 meters. I didn't bring a computer. So,
or a key. People
Yeah.
forget that.
yeah. But I was thinking, I was like, yeah, isn't Winter Field Day like, oh, you got to try to, get contacts on 12 different bands. Well, I just did that in like
Nice.
half hour, but no. But no, that was, like I said, that was testing my gear for the setup or for the contest and testing out a random wire antenna. Most of my VHF stuff was done on Sunday. And I did a 2-park rove, which the parks are in 2 different grid squares. They were not ideal parks. I was not planning on roving. I like to just operate in the contest. I'm learning. They call it single lot portable, which is the category for QRP from a remote location. And so, think like POTA, SOTA, like that's what I like. I'd rather go, set up the ice hut and just operate from one place because you put all that time and effort into setting up half a dozen antennas. It's a pain in the ass to take them down and then go somewhere else and then somewhere else and stuff. But a couple people were sick or had work conflicts that normally rove. And so I was like, you know what, I'll hand out points to the guys, that, are local and serious contesters. And I'll at least go to 2 parks that are close, but are in different grid squares. I didn't have elevation. One of them was a state forest. So if you know anything about the trees and foliage, foliage, I can't say that word.
Foliage.
Foliage.
Yeah, like well, I kind of was like, this will be a good learning experience for me because I struggled on 23 centimeters on 1.2 gigahertz. That was not working out at all. I'm not surprised because of the locations and stuff, but I figured it'd be a good opportunity to learn. And at the end of the day, I had fun and got a bunch of contacts in and like I said, it's a learning experience for me when you go out and you play on some of those bands and those conditions. But setting up, and I just finished the video today. It'll be out in the next week or so. Like I'm operating so many different radios and antennas. It's just nuts, but it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, dude. Well, why otherwise do it? They say, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for taking all of that burden on and helping the rest of us slackers here who physically claim that we love to do POTA, but God forbid we actually get out of the comfort of our chairs here or get off live streams to go out there and play a little ham radio. Sorry, I'm just throwing it on thick here. All right. Well, we have to talk about the big white elephant in the room here, obviously, since none of us really have any more to contribute to Support Your Parks weekend. What are we calling this officially? This big giant, 20-mile radius storm? Is it Snowmageddon? Is that the new official title?
What? 20.
It's a storm that 20. I don't know. It's like super
like
long.
3,000
miles
long.
Is it?
You mean
Yeah, something
2,000
like
miles, yeah.
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
it's the giant cock that's gonna fuck New England.
There you go. We'll talk to Ryan Hall, y'all.
Ding,
Make sure
ding.
he says that next time when he's doing his live streams. The giant cock that fucked New England.
Grouch is
All
going
right.
to do his own weather channel soon.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
He'll be
I
worse than
think that the you call them like the mid-Atlantic states, like the Virginias, the Marylands,
DC.
like I think they're the ones that are going to probably struggle more. Like we can deal with it. Like we're used to getting lots of snow or the cold, but you start getting snow down south. And I got a lot of friends that live in like the Richmond area and stuff like.
We're getting to get ice, dude.
They cancel everything because they can't remove it like we can. So
Well, that's right. They can't remove it, but the problem is they're getting ice either before or on top of it, and we're not necessarily getting the ice up here.
the ice sucks. Yeah.
We're just going to get a lot of snow, so it's one of those things that there's not much anybody can do when you get a lot of ice, and that's going to suck. But that's that's where your hazards start to come in because it's going to take out telephone poles, it's going to take out trees, it's going to take out a lot of other things and vehicles on the road. So it's going to be bad. I mean, we're going to see a lot of news video footage over the weekend on all this.
I was going to say, what's the over-under on all of the amazing craziness, like they'll never seen it before in their entire life kind of thing, like, ice as thick as a shoe sole or something like that. I mean, I'm like, come on, dude. I grew up here in New England. Remember 25 plus years ago, that stupid ice storm that wiped us out for 4 weeks? I mean, it was like, that was tough, but it was only tough after the 4th week.
Right.
That was what, 05?
Yeah, that was a long. Yeah. Thanks. Wow. Yeah, that was a really long time ago. It was 20 years ago. Wow. Holy moly. Wow. Yeah. So I don't know. I know Paul can't obviously put in for predictions, but I'll let him do it anyway. What do you think we're going to be getting slammed with up there?
I think you guys are going to get hit with a bunch of snow and then the freezing rain to rain on top, and it's going to be just a nasty, heavy, wet mess.
We're long ago.
I'm looking at just snow.
I think we're just talking snow up here. I mean, if you're going to go down to the Carolinas and Virginias and down back towards Texas, that's where and Tennessee, Kentucky, that's where you're going to see the ice storm. But once it kind of gets up a little bit past that mid-Atlantic up into the Northeast, it looks like it's all snow coming from there. So a lot of the main part of that system is going to go out to sea, where the rain is, and the prediction doesn't really look like we're going to get the ice. So, but the south is, and the southeast there, that's where it's going to get hit. So,
Man, it's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, I mean, around here, I know, like, it's kind of funny because we had that proverbial roundtable discussion in our club to decide whether we were going to cancel Winter Field Day altogether and kind of put a kibosh on, some of the diehards in the club that wanted to go do it. And the conversation was like, okay, well, what are they going to be faced with? And that wasn't really the snow issue for us. It was like, we looked at the temperatures, and the norm without the wind chill was like 1 degree. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be real fun. You throw in the wind, and it's going to be like -17. So, like, yeah, it's Antarctica all over again. Hell is frozen over. Field day is going to be fun. Come hell or high water, hopefully.
Well, hell, Michigan might freeze over.
We had one person go, well, why are you guys continuing on with this event? And it's like, this is dangerous for people, this, that, next thing. But they went on a little bit of a rant. And I'm going, well, there's other parts of the country where, it's, out. If you look at, like, from Kansas going west all the way to California, that part of the country has no storms whatsoever. It's clear as day out there. And so, we're not going to cancel the event. Emergencies don't, take, calendar dates. They just happen, right? And so, this is kind of a preparation for that, because even if you're, not necessarily able to participate, you're still going to have to make sure that you have yourself prepared for, the 72 hours potential, if you have your generators with gasoline, up and running and ready to go in case of power outages. You still want to have all your batteries charged, So you may not be directly participating in Winter Field Day, but in some ways, this is just exactly that. This is preparing for that type of thing. And I think a lot of people are going to have to be doing that in the south and southeast areas. So it's one of those things that, just by happenstance, it is Winter Field Day preparedness for a lot of people in many ways. Whether you're not ham radio or not, you still need to be doing some of this preparation for an event just like this. Exactly, Prep Ham Paul. So
I did it. Beer fridge is full. I've got Doritos. Milk and bread have been left at the grocery store and replaced with all of the great sugary items. And we're just going to ride it out and see how it goes. Although, well, it could be just like a typical New England, snow, which is what it sounds like it's going to turn out. It's funny. I just at a sidebar did a quick poll while we started talking about Field Day and whether people are doing it or not. 64% said they weren't. So I'm assuming most of those folks are in the general Northeast area that's going to get clobbered and, basically decided to tuck tail and not go out and operate from home.
This is kind of what I've been telling people in the last couple of days is, even though you may not be operating still as a club or as an indoors or going outdoors and operating in your portable tent or in some type of trailer or something like that, you can still participate from home. So just because you are not directly having an event with a club or somebody else doesn't say you still can't participate and be part of it. And we can still make lots of contacts and still be out there, because there is we do have the home category. So and we do want people to be safe. So, I mean, it's you got to do what you got to do.
I just want to know where you get the electric underwear.
And why would you want to wear electric underwear?
Hey, as long as they keep them nice and warm and toasty, I'm good.
And I thought it was like DeWalt set, right? You just put the 20-volt max in your.
I just wanted, is it 12 volts or 5 volts? Because I don't know, do I need like a buck converter or something? Or do I... You see what I did there?
I see. Yep. You and Buck. Yep.
Is that the 18 or 20 volt, battery from Milwaukee, so.
Oh boy, yeah. I go to the 24 volt, man. Come on, bring it on. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt hard.
He's a D-Walt, man.
I like them D's. So yeah, okay. Well, I guess we're kind of already in the middle of a little field day stuff here. Any of you guys actually got plans to go outside at all, or are we all just kind of like going to be operating from home as a kind of a fail-safe?
Well, last week. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Paul.
Mike. Start it
Go
off.
ahead, Paul.
I was just going to get out of the.
No.
My club got canceled. I just found out a couple hours ago. They had a lodge at a county park, and it is within the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor, so it is a POTA reference. But they had a cabin, and the counties canceled all the reservations and said that because of the state of emergency and the weather that no, so it got canceled. So I was gonna pop over, and what I was gonna do, because my son had basketball games that got canceled on Sunday. They're already canceling like everything. But I had planned, and I had just coordinated with some other clubs too. I was going to go over with stations and set up on 146.52, 223.5, 446, like a bunch of VHF stations, and operate those to try to help them get those additional bands, but also try to encourage like some local simplex, and just, even if people aren't participating, just see what you can do with your station at home or your car. And I was kind of looking forward to that. And we had somebody that was going to come with some microwave gear, so we were going to try a whole lot of bands and stuff, but it got shut down. So now basketball's canceled too. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I have no clue.
You're going to be bored.
I kind of had it planned out. Like I was just going to go for a few hours, and I looked at it as an opportunity to help others out. This was the first time my club was going to do something. Well, I kind of looked at it as an opportunity to maybe, give people an opportunity on 1.25 meters or 33 centimeters and some of this, some of the disused bands. But oh well, we'll see. I'll figure it out soon.
Well, we know Grouch isn't participating per se, but yeah, if you got,
I'll be outside all weekend.
Okay, right. Radio in hand, maybe not. We'll see. Well, Tortoise, what's up with you? I know you had original plans that you were gonna have a big party, but then that got.
Oh yeah, that got the what they call the kibosh on like Sunday or Monday. I'm just looking at the weather, and I knew it was going to warm up, and I knew it was going to melt. So I knew my yard was going to be a swamp, and I was like, "All right, let me make a decision here." And I had Rabbit coming up. N3EMT was coming up. Who else was coming up? Chris and Parker, they were coming up from Cape Cod, and I had the camper. I was going to rotate the big camper. Propane, everything, bathroom, the whole 9 yards. We were gonna throw antennas in trees and have a blast. And I started looking at the weather, and I was like, dude, I don't want you guys getting stuck on the 95 corridor coming up. So yeah, I'm calling it. And Chris and Parker, they've got a snow plow. They got to plow snow down there in the Cape. So everybody was like, nope, not doing it. And I said, okay, well, it worked out. So. Now, I didn't want anybody coming up, but we were going to have a nice little camp out in the backyard, and it was going to be in a camper, so it was going to be mobile. Right. I wasn't going to cheat,
And the rules.
No, it's got wheels on it. I can hook it up to the truck, and I can move it. It's mobile.
That's right, it's mobile. It's mobile.
It's mobile.
I just wasn't going to pull it very far with the FJ because that damn thing weighs 3 times what the FJ does.
You got the F-250 there with you right now, so.
No, I've got the 350. It's at work,
350,
and okay. I've got the little Chevy Silverado 1500, and yeah, that ain't moving it.
Very cool. So. All right, well, so then if you're not going to be doing the big shindig, you going to play at all in Winterfield then?
Yeah, I might throw the radio on. I got to change my registration for Winterfield Day to one going to be in the house.
All right, I'll just.
Oh, Marvin, you don't have to do that. I can do it.
Note update.
Is it under your call sign?
Yeah.
I'm just
do you want my call sign?
What he's giving you, man. What first rate service there? You never see anybody from Summerfield Day
the president of Winterfield Day.
I hope that everybody goes into the comments and starts complaining that Michael's getting preferential treatment.
Treatment, exactly right. So if we know he ranks higher all of a sudden in Winter Field Day stats and scores, we know what happened.
Yeah, right.
It was mistyped. His station went from 1 indoors to 100 indoors.
That's hilarious.
Right.
Even 10 indoors. Holy smokes.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. I don't think I could handle even 2.
Marvin must be on a notebook computer or a laptop because every time he types, the screen bounces.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
We can hear it. I see it.
Marvin, you didn't have to do that. I was going to do that tomorrow.
It starts at 11 o'clock tomorrow, and I'd rather just get it off my list so to save myself a help desk ticket.
I wasn't going to send you a help desk ticket.
Are you saying he's not smart enough to go in and fix it himself?
Obviously.
Well, then, well, then you're really in some trouble. Then I can only imagine how many help desk support tickets you're going to get to help Tortoise upload his ADI file.
Thanks.
Do I have it in the right format? And we'll see how that one goes. All right. Well, with that, I know, Matt, you are obviously already on site doing said field day, so you got some brownie points there, my friend. So you going to stick it out the whole weekend, or are you just going to try to just go as far as you can?
We're going to stick it out as far as we can. What do you think, guys? Hang on. We got the club here. Are you going to stick it out the whole weekend? Stick it out?
Do they have you
Let's see. Let's go to Scott, KB3YOT.
So we were planning on operating until 8 a.m. on Sunday anyway.
Can you guys hear him?
Because we
Yeah,
have
we
to
am.
be out of the cabinet by 10 a.m. So if we're going to monitor the weather, and if it looks like it's starting to get we'll close down before 8 a.m., but we were only planning to operate until 8 a.m. on Sunday. So, and that's just for logistical reasons, because otherwise we've got to rent the cabin for an extra day, and the club didn't want it. They just wanted to do Friday night and Saturday. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're gonna monitor if, and I think, at this rate, it looks like we're gonna have half the number of people that were here our last 2 years. So
Yeah, they bailed.
it's a shame. It is what it is. I can understand we want people to be safe. I would say about half of our members are in that elderly category. So want to make sure that
Cool.
But for the most part, we're going to be here as long as we can.
Yep.
Sweet.
Keep the
So,
So obviously
save us.
Matt's being controlled by committee. So Matt, if you're being held against your will or anything, just blink your right eye. Just let us know you're not.
I'll blink my right eye. Yeah, held against committee. We're staying here. Wink, wink.
See, I was betting that the two guys sitting together were being held hostage by Matt, and they really didn't want to be there.
My
These two guys, they're not. We're holding them hostage. We locked the key in.
Very cool. Well, hey, sorry, Chris. Good to see you. Welcome. You're actually right on time, my friend. Right on time.
Speaking about being held against his will, why are you in the basement?
Because that's where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
That's where his wife thinks he's at.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. Well, well, there we go. Okay, good to see you. Well, since you're really late to the show and we're just talking about Winter Field Day, now that your host has decided to bail on you, what are you up to for Winter Field Day yourself down there in the Cape?
Well, I have been told I'm on call.
Oh, full screen.
Why is there no picture?
Ask Paul. He's got the controls.
I was trying to give him the show.
So, by the sounds of things, I'm going to be plowing for about 24 to 48 hours. So,
Wow, dude, that sucks.
Yeah,
You guys have rough ideas how much you're going to get down there?
anywhere from 10 to 18, they said.
Wow.
So, definitely going to be fun.
See, I remember a conversation with my dad before he moved down to the Cape. He's like, son, I'm going to sell my snowblower. Do you want it? I'm like, why are you going to sell your snowblower? You're going to need it when you get down there. No, we're never going to see snow at all. And literally, he's been down there 10 years, and almost every year he's seen snow. And I'm like, you just screwed yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So Totally get that. Yeah. But so you're going to be just basically on call. So you're just going to kind of sit around. You're going to play any radio at all, or?
I did move my 500 into my plow truck, so I remote headed it into the plow truck, which is going to be fun. Before that, I'll be on the bands and making sure everything's working at the house. Parker can play around.
Cool. Well, hopefully he'll get on the air and make a few contacts.
Yeah, definitely.
He's going to do Winter Day Mobile from.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting his 857 in the truck, but I don't know how that would go.
Yeah, mount that in there with the ATAS or something.
If you got HF at home, there's no reason why, you can't just say, hey, it's in the truck, and if you're looking for a Parker, you got to come with me.
Right.
You be my co-pilot, work the bands. I'll record the logging while I'm plowing.
Yeah, exactly.
So. Yeah. Very true, Peter. Yes, time to buy a snowblower when you don't need a snowblower. All right, well, good on that. I guess I'll throw my 2 cents in. I'm going to probably play a little bit from home or remote home because I'm going to be down in the Cape myself. So I'll say hello to you when I'm down there working on some stuff for my dad. And so I'll be down there and I may, fire up HF for a little once in a while in the mobile, but, I can definitely remote in and play FT8 for, the fun of it. No, just kidding. Sorry. JS8 call. And try and make a few contacts there and have some fun with it. But I'm just going to be handing out points because I don't think I'm going to have enough time to dedicate, just really sitting in front of a console for any length. And I'm sure by the time, all of the snow shows up and stuff like that, that I'm going to be long gone back home anyway. So, yeah, it'll be a very small, short operation. Although our club members here are dedicated, folks. Tim, WM1H, you might know him. We've had him on Live Free Ham a couple of times. They're all gung ho. They're bringing everything with them, the buddy heaters, double layer tents, and they'll have all of the accoutrement to stay nice and warm. And some of our club members might stop by to say hello. But they won't be staying for long because, as we all know, being in a ice tent, it's not that roomy. Although there is some space, but once you start loading stuff up with it, it becomes very, cramped fast. So we'll see how they do. But yeah, if you're looking for someone to hunt in the Northeast, look for N1QC on Saturday. That's our club call.
So there's one thing I have to kind of rain on your parade a little bit, Eric. Winter field day rules indicate your radio and everything all has to be within 1,000 feet of each other.
Oh, that's fine. But I have my radio right next to me in the truck, so that technically counts based off the Tortoise's
you could use that one. Yeah,
command.
I'm just saying you were talking about remoting back into your flex and doing a little bit.
I'm planning on doing the remote and flex, but I have a radio. I'm falling in the rules there, Marvin. I have a radio next to me within the 1,000-foot circle, following Tortoise's camper on wheels.
Hey, no. There's no stretching the rules there, sir.
I'm not bending. All I'm doing is bending.
I wasn't bending. It's got 4 wheels. It moves. It's mobile. That's.
I've got HF. I'm not bending. Prove me wrong. Anyway, so
we have no idea which radio you were on, really.
You will not. Then yeah, exactly. That'll be pretty much it. My luck is I'll forget my flex will be off, and when I leave here and at
do
5
not
in the morning.
be like Eric. Do not cheat.
Wow. Okay. Well then.
That is not me.
Nope, that's not me.
So.
All right, who's gonna fess up?
Who dat?
That's me.
Chris.
XYL.
Thing out of the way. I'm a sad ham. I said it.
Yes. Anyway.
So,
all right.
For myself, my own operations, because I have to do the Winter Field Day Bulletin at, I think it's like at noon and 6 o'clock. I'm trying to pull the times off the top of my head here real quick, but I think that's what it was. I'll be doing that obviously from a remote operation standpoint because I can push over 500 watts from my remote station. But I'll be doing a lot of it just off the indoors of my place here in Massachusetts. So I've got a little buddy heater with a propane tank, and I'll be throwing that on and trying to stay warm and operating, from near the house there. So, but yeah,
Okay.
it's
Are you planning on operating more of the J8 modes like you did last year, or are you gonna do
no,
more
I'll do
sideband?
single. I'll do more sideband. I'd probably go visit the club locally too. There's my local club's doing something on. I don't think they've canceled at this point. I've not seen them say they are canceling. So they're only operating from like noon to 6 anyway tomorrow at some Masonic lodge. So I'll probably go visit them for a little bit too. So I won't get a whole lot of operating in myself, but I'll try and do a little bit for sure. So
Cool. Yeah,
like I said,
that'd be
I
fun.
just got to make sure I'm around and at the times for doing the Bolton. So
What club are you going to check out?
the Hampden County Amateur Radio Club. It's my local club here. So we're gonna go. They actually decided to do something this year. So we're gonna see what they got going on. So
What are they operating as?
I think it was like either 1 indoors or 2 indoors. I think it's probably 2 indoors.
Hey,
So-
Tortoise, can you look that up for him? Because I know he's a little tied up conversation. If you have access to his spreadsheet, can you confirm that just to make sure?
No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know. I figured if you had, priority support from Marvin Direct, like you'd have access to all the same stuff Marvin does.
You're absolutely.
I know.
You're absolutely right.
Sometimes
Hey,
there
hold on,
is.
let me look.
You're the closest to me. Oh yeah, and I totally forgot. Mike, since you're sitting right next to Paul, you have to do heart hands with them. I was told by Shannon it has to happen at least once tonight, so Paul feels like he's still, a man. don't grab him like you're
handicap
over the
looking
shoulder
thing is that,
area.
Mike?
I know.
Mike, not the Angry Bird. Come on.
Shannon, it's been achieved here. We're all done.
There you go.
So,
All right.
okay. Now we can end the show now. We're good. No, I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. So, I'm trying to think of, like, we sound like an interesting bunch. I mean, obviously the weather is the one squashing a lot of our activations and stuff, but it is kind of, just the nature of stuff, and it's kind of a bummer. I guess I'll point it at you, Marvin. Do you have a rough idea how many have canceled from the... Oh, of course, she's right here. She shows up right after we do it. It's just like you speak her name and she shows. Any rough idea of how many, canceled on you guys? Or did they... Are you required to report that you're not canceling if you already posted you're registered, or no?
No, not necessarily required. I mean, it's kind of on the honor system for registering and if you need to cancel or change. But some people have said, hey, you know what? We were going to do a club thing. We're canceling now. Everybody's going home. We had somebody come in and say, hey, we're going to do this as a club, kind of an aggregate score thing. I was like, we don't do that anymore. So, but I'd say number wise, I've probably seen close to 20 different changes, but I know there's a whole lot more than that are out there that have probably canceled that we're just not hearing about at the moment. But I'm sure there's a lot more. And I just real quick on the homepage, I was going to say we still have 1,192 registered sites. So even with the ones we've canceled and removed or taken off, we're down a little bit from last year. I think we had around 12 to 1,300 last year, but there's still a lot of people out there that are going to be participating. And again, it's one of those things we can't plan emergencies, and a lot of people, in other parts of the country still have cabins or buildings reserved, doing other things in other parts of the country. And even those who may be even up north in Minnesota where it's going to be minus 40, they're probably still doing something indoors and, everything across the board. So, a lot of people who can operate from home are still going to operate from home, and they're still going to participate. So we don't necessarily want to cancel the event, and we certainly can't postpone it because of schedules and things like that. It just makes it too challenging. So we either go forward with it, and we get what we get. So that's kind of our take on it. And that's what we'll continue to do in the future too if anything like this comes up around down the road. So
I'd be curious if you make a mental note in stats, like how much you would see between 2025 and 2026 stats when you finally tabulate them all. How where the imbalance is, or whether you can directly see where the storm was basically impacting. If you'd see a lot more or less participation for those areas or states, because I'm curious. It's like obviously not everybody's going to be per se operating at home, depending on their conditions and ice and all that other stuff. So you might not, like for Virginia might be a very hard to reach state like this year, that where it normally isn't for most people. I'd be curious to see if that reflects in your numbers.
So there's.
I mean, South Dakota's impossible all the time.
Well, that's you said it right there, Paul. N1OG, you hit it right on the head. So South Dakota is still a state that doesn't have anybody ever participating on our field day, and I doubt if they do still today. I may pull it up real quick just to see, but I'm pretty sure they don't. And actually, holy shit, hell might freeze over this year. There's actually 2 stations that are registered for South Dakota. I've never seen that in my life. So that is usually, I mean, they have literally had to come up in the last week because they are not, as a private station and a public event. And I've never seen that before at all. So, I mean, I guess we have all 50 states covered at this point, and so we'll see what changes because we've never been able to get all 50 states covered in the past, which is kind of odd. But we do have stats from previous years that are really pretty good, and we could tell you how many states usually participate and what their numbers are from year to year. So if we have, I don't know, call it Ohio always kind of wins the numbers. They have like let's say 104 last year or something like that. I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but then you'll have let's say Virginia has 23 stations and Missouri has 45 stations and Texas has 100 stations. So we'll see those numbers, and so I'm sure we'll see after this year what that looks like and where the numbers declined and what states maybe didn't have participation at all. So. It will be very interesting to see what that looks like for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I would be curious. Would it be reflective enough on like World Radio League? Because you guys obviously keep a dashboard that's going to be running the whole winter field day, isn't it?
Yeah, the World Radio League kind of keeps that on running on their own as well. But we will know once all the logs have been submitted after March 1st, which is your deadline for submitting your log. We'll start to know where that looks like after that. So,
cool. Now, I haven't stayed lockstep with World Radio League, but the dashboard, is that like a almost real time kind of stats? Or like if I pop up there?
I used World Radio League. What was it? It must have been 2 weeks ago for the North American QSO party, and that thing is, I'd say within 30 seconds of me making a contact, maybe a minute, it was already uploading my next. It was showing in the stats. Because I came out number 3 on the North American QSO party on the stats for World Radio League, and it literally was locked step with me almost all the way. So if I made a contact within 30 seconds or a minute, it was on the World Radio League board showing, I'd made 10 contacts and 20 contacts and 36 contacts and all the way up, so. It did really good. It keeps you updated. It's pretty accurate. They do a really good job with that, and they show you how many QSOs are being made by band, by mode, across the board. So they've really got their stuff together over there, and it's a really cool logging program to be able to use, and clubs can use it too. You just got to create one sign in, and then everyone can sign into it under that same login and operate the different radios. So they're really excited to partner with us every year on this. We really hit it off with them last year for the first time when I reached out to them, and they've really continued to build this program over a year. The one thing I have to cry a little bit is that I was really hoping they'd have the independent logging program for offline available for Winter Field Day this year, and they had to push the beta out to early February. So they're not quite ready to go with that program yet for having it on your computer for Windows. I'll call it the desktop version. It's not quite there yet, but it's really close. But it is a good program to use overall, and it's really cool to see how your stats are comparing to somebody else. And like I said, I used them during the North American QSO party, and it was really cool. I was like, damn, he's got 69. I'm at 64. It's like, I got to keep making more contacts. It's like, I'm so damn close. So it really became really competitive with them on there. It was a lot of fun to see where you're at. It's like, all right, I'm keeping going. I just got to keep going. I got to make more contacts. So it was a lot of fun to play with and see real time live how that was going. And I think they had over 400 and some people registered as of yesterday. So
wow.
Yeah, so there was 142 that was registered for North American QSO party, and So they have over almost 500 registered for this. So it's going to be huge.
Nice, dude. Well,
Yeah.
then I will have to
Question,
monitor
Marvin,
that.
about World Radio League. Can you submit your log directly from the program, or do you have to like export it and then go separately to Winterfield Day to?
Yeah, unfortunately, still at this point, we've not figured out how to do an integration with
Okay,
them.
I'm just curious. I've never used it.
That, but it is something that we would like to be able to see where you could take your log and get it right into our system potentially. So because there are so many more people joining this, I mean they've had just explosive growth with it, and so yeah, I'm sure maybe down the road we'll be able to do that. So.
Hey, and Eric, on what's neat is with World Radio League, you can have the club call and then the operator's call separate. So but it only works if if you're logging on that person's computer. So you can have the club call, and you're logging as the club, but you can also have the individual call too, which is nice.
Yes.
Oh wow.
There's
all that.
There's 641 people contesting in the World Radio League tomorrow. So that's huge. Yeah.
I might have to check it out. I've been saying this, and I was real tempted because I think, if I understand right too, I know that they've been big with Winter Field Day, but I think that they have the VHF contesting in there now too.
They have, I think, almost every contest you can come up with in there.
And that's always been a challenge for me. Whether I use hammers or polo, I have to, and especially like this past weekend where I'm at multiple parks and I have multiple logs, I got to go through and I got to clean stuff up before I submit it to POTA, because if I'm logging people who are rovers with like stroke R and different things like that in their calls, I got to clean that up. Then I got to submit it to POTA, but then I got to go through and I got to get rid of a bunch of fields and clean things up for submitting it, or combining and then submitting it for the contest stuff. It's not smooth at all.
So but, a couple of quick things is, one, I became a lifetime member of World Radio League, so I've got their premium program now, which is great. But some of the things, like similar to what Sebastian has done with Ham2K, where you can take into MAK, N3 MFL, and you can just hit comma between the two if they're both operating at a park, and then you just hit enter, and it will create two separate entries in your log for both of them. So, which is really cool. And then, like, if I'm a hunter, I'm here at home, and I type into MAK, and you're in a park, US 1, 2, 3, 4, it automatically goes out to the POTA website, sees your call sign out there, and says, "Oh yeah, he's at park 1, 2, 3, 4." It automatically puts that into my log for me, and so it's pulling that POTA data constantly into the system for World Radio League. So all I got to do is type your call sign 5959 and hit return, and I'm good to go. So
yeah,
so it's really slick. And if you're out and about and you're using like the tablet and you've got like cellular Wi-Fi service, you can also, it will detect what park is near you, very similar to what Sebastian's done.
So like if we do the 24-hour POTA, Eric, it'll be stored in the cloud, and if we log into it, each individual computer will be logged into the club call, and they will be able to save it directly to the cloud.
Hey, Mike, when they come up with out of beta with the offline logging, then we could talk, because I guarantee, no matter whether it's in the cloud or not, if we have no internet where we're at, guess what?
Dude,
you get to become part of Loggate.
we will have internet. I will buy more Starlinks and I'll just mesh every last one of them together.
You're one of those typical hams that have 19 antennas on the top of your car, right?
You're damn right. No, I just have 3.
Just wanted to clarify.
Nah, it's just a big old box on the top now.
Yeah,
I can't afford antennas in the woods, because you get them knocked off, you're done. You're done.
Yeah. And just like Hillbilly Ham says, the portable version will work online or offline. And so what happens if you're offline, when your computer connects back to the internet, it will then upload that data right to your log for you. So
I have to give it a look.
So yeah, it's definitely worth it. Just use code Ham Radio Guy. Save yourself 10% if you want to sign up for a subscription service.
Shameless plug.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I got to do a little capitalism in there. So
Here we go. Money talk.
that's right.
There you go. Nice cue there, Paul.
Oh,
nice. So, I mean, I'm just trying to be helpful. I'm just trying to throw suggestions out there.
Hey, we'll try it with the 24-hour POTA that I'm doing. See how it works.
Yeah.
There you go. So, all right, if we're talking loggers, then Matt, what are you guys running there?
What do you look? Yeah, Matt.
Sorry, I mute. We're using
blink twice
the
if
logger
you're in
gate
trouble.
log. We're using N3MFJ.
Yeah, okay. Nice. You networked it all? You're just single?
We're using a one of those GLI net travel routers, so that's what we're doing for networking. So everything's off, grid kind of.
Are they all pointing to the correct server, sir?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
But we lost so many people for this weekend, for this event, because they're all scared of snow except for our hardcore hams, So we're gonna keep it alive. So we're gonna have 3 antennas, 3 stations, but now we're down to 2. So
do you have bandpass filters set up or anything, or you running without filters? Unfiltered.
Nope, running without filters because we're running non-resonant antennas. We got the modified Rybakov with a hybrid counterpoise, and then we have an end-fed random wire with inspired by you, Mike, to do 160 through sticks. So, and both of them tune 160. So we're not gonna have any issues there.
You're
not possibly
antennas.com.
You can't possibly using those N3 VAN antennas, are you?
Possibly. I don't know. Maybe.
How do you have the Rybakov set up? The 90-something foot one that you did.
So what do I do with the 90-some foot? It took a while to get the wire up in the tree, but so we have the Rybakov about, I don't know, what do you think, like 6-7 feet, 6-7 inches off the ground, and we have a 93 foot radiating element. It goes up, I think, probably 45 to 50 feet straight up to a tree branch, and then over a little bit. So it's like an inverted L, and then we have. I messed up the radials. I was supposed to have 5 radials. I was supposed to have like 5 radials, but it turned out to be 4. So I got a 66-foot radial, I got a 33-foot radial, and then 2 17-foot radials. And that baby tunes so fast with, we're using the ICOM IC705 with the H705 tuner right now. And I think, what are you still on 30 meters doing FT8? He switched to 40, but we were doing 30 not too long ago after Mike mentioned 30 meters. I told him, switch over. So it works great. And the only one that had some feedback coming back was the random wire. So I threw one of my baby chokes on there. So since we're only doing QRP, and it worked great.
Cool. Mike, ABC, right?
Yep, always be choking. Ape was always in the chat earlier. You'd be happy.
Always be joking.
Yeah. Always be choking.
I just ordered myself some ARB cable. See
just
how
plain old ARB cable, or did you get it sheathed?
I got the red, white, and blue.
Oh, is that the ABR or ARB?
ARB. What'd I say?
No, it's ABR.
ABR. Oh, for shit's sake.
Alpha
Okay,
Bravo Romeo.
Yes, I got
ARB
the
is
ABR.
the Chinese
version, folks.
Yeah.
So, Polish version. Cable.
I got the built-in chokes, and I didn't even see the email. I ordered it on the 18th, and I saw the email yesterday. It said, "Which end do you want it on?" And I'm like, "I want it on the SO239 or the PL259 end." And I'm like, "Why would you have it on that end?" So I don't know, but it's red, white, and blue. So we'll see what it looks like.
Put it on the left side.
Yeah.
Make it a right-handed coax adapter.
Yeah, just put it right in the middle. That way you're good for everything.
Yeah. You got to just... Oh, come on, it froze up. What the hell?
What?
Who
froze? What?
My little
You've really got to stick it in there deep.
So Matt, real quick on your infed halfway base camp mini, does that come with that? Can you get the Kevlar on that?
Yeah, I'll be putting it up on the site soon. Just reach out to me. I can hook you up.
Okay.
But I got to put that up on there. That's what we're using on the random wire right now is 124.5 feet of that Kevlar core wire, and that thing, that's beautiful. It feels like rope. I tangle it up, unfortunately, because I didn't wind it correctly. So it was fun.
Over, under, no.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't do a figure eight, you know.
You didn't feel the curve of the wire.
Oh, they get kind of curvy, all right.
Very cool. All right. Well, what? Anybody else got anything they want to throw in? I mean, it's kind of a bummer because we're not all like super excited about Winter Field Day because this damn storm is like put a kibosh on a lot of our plans. It's kind of like, well, you came here to talk about Winter Field Day, guys, and
it's kind of getting canceled and dropped and everything else. You know what? I'm just going to say something real quick. Is that for those who are listening anywhere, in the impact of the storm area, just make sure that you're staying safe. You're taking every measure possible to make sure that you're taking precautions for any travel, any of your setups that you might be doing. Know that you know what, I'm operating for now. The storm's we're fine, but realize that storm may come in and things may be getting worse somewhere else. And as it's moving in closer to you, you may be getting hit with more snow. You still need to get out of your area. We don't really want anyone being called to get rescued from a Winter Field Day site somewhere.
although it'd make a good story.
It would make a good story for sure. But we want you to be safe across the board. And if you're having to travel, you're going to be traveling through ice and roads, potentially to go in the ditch or something like that. So just use common sense. As much as that sometimes may not be common in some areas for some people, but just be thinking about those things ahead of time. And if you are out there, make sure you got enough heat and propane, whatever you might be using for heat to and food and water to protect yourself, to house yourself until you can get free or get out. If you do get stranded for some reason, make sure you've got enough supplies with you to be able to be safe and survive along the way. So if something like that does happen, but I hope that most people are going to be taking the caution ahead of time. And like I said, if you are having to cancel, your club's canceling, whatever it might be, just go ahead and work from home, work indoors, and you're still fine to work from there for sure.
What are you sharing there, Tortoise?
Yeah.
Oh, your order?
Yeah, it's dude, I had to look. It's the 40-foot with the red, white, and blue, and sweep testing, and 3 ferrites, and yes, the personalized heat shrink. Yes, I went all out for $132. That's actually not that bad.
And you should have used Marvin discount. You would have gotten Marvin a better price.
I texted him that a minute ago and asked him, "Did you use my code to save money?"
No.
You could have used K-Murder's code. My gosh, he advertises the K8MRZ 10 or something.
You obviously don't listen to my podcast enough. I'm gonna advertise them all the time on there. So.
Well, I was fighting over Julie's pink coax, so I didn't get the coax. So,
Well,
I don't know. Is that manly enough?
I guarantee I'd have I would be the only guy out there with pink coax. You couldn't steal it.
Yeah.
You would be the only one over in the corner all by yourself.
Well, I mean, it's just like in the computer world. I have a purple, I have a green, and I have a pink Cat 6 jumper because I know nobody will steal the damn thing.
True, but you can tuck those away in your bag. But when you pull out pink coax out on the field, you're really losing your man card and your POTA card at the same time.
Oh,
so it's
negative.
a double whammy.
No, that's not that will never happen because pink is my favorite color.
That explains a lot, man.
Now we know. Now you know the rest of the story.
Exactly.
No,
things are coming out. Things are coming out.
Literally.
I understand now.
What more do you want to tell us this evening on here, Michael?
Yeah, we were huddling when we were doing a winter activation, but I thought that was just to stay warm.
Well, I was the smaller spoon, so
You
Yeah,
were-
he likes
you
the small spoon.
literally.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry, man. Everyone's
Does
rugged.
anybody realize? I mean, this dude right there, how freaking tall he is?
Not that tall, my God.
I'm 5'10", and I'm looking up at you. Bullshit.
Okay, Grouch, please retort. You're
Hey.
just as
You got a couple inches on me.
yeah, not much, but I'm
That's
not
what she
like
said.
gargantuan
That's what
like
she
he
said.
makes me out to be. There we go.
He's a grower, not a shower.
So,
I can't get it up. It's just, it's so flimsy.
anyway, all right.
You got to cut those so they're right, so they're not like cutting off on a syllable.
Well, yeah. So that one, it's a work in progress because he wasn't actually present in the video at the time, and the only thing I had is little hand doing this, and that just didn't look right at every level. But I appreciate the submitter who submitted those videos because my minions are working on my behalf. So please keep them coming. Always love a K-murder, side joke. But
Chuck's
anyway.
got your back, Michael.
See, look at that. See? I'll be damned. Look at that.
Yeah.
Coming out of the woodwork for you, man.
One of the things I just wanted to mention, like I was thinking about this when Marvin was talking, unless we still want to talk about pink and salmon and stuff. But
Please take us out of that.
in the cold, because I had this happen. I had a couple failures last weekend in the VHF contest, and it was a balmy 20-something degrees out. It was still cold, but just be prepared. If you're going, even if you're setting up or doing some stuff from home, like in the extreme like cold and weather, like things don't always go as planned or perform as planned. And I had my MFJ mast freeze on me at the last park I was roving at. I'm trying to pack it up, and it had gotten dark, but because we had some wet weather like a couple days ago, I think it had just completely froze up. Like I could not. Here you go. Here's the clip it.
He could not collapse the
I could not
mast.
collapse it down. Like
There
it
you
took
go.
forever. I was like, I was so tempted to just like ask my wife to like run me out a hairdryer or something, like meet me at the park with a hairdryer or the heat gun from the garage. But
She has a cordless hairdryer?
I say
no, but I mean,
or-
I have like an inverter I could have plugged into the car or the thing just to run it quick for a second. But finally, I got it collapsed. I ended up cutting my hand when I did it because when it went down, like it and I didn't realize till I'm packing stuff up, and like I had this white PVC that I use for some of the VHF antennas, and
Bleeding
I'm
all over
packing
the
up stuff, and there's just blood smeared all over the. I'm like, what is that? Is that blood? Like, and I'm like, my hand was just covered. I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, but and it wasn't anything major or whatever. But like it just goes to show like things do not go as planned. In the cold weather at all. Coax does not. The coax like it does not like want to bend or flex quite like you want it to. Wire, the masts, all that stuff.
No,
Absolutely.
You're going to be outside. Make sure, if you have to coil up your coax, just kind of bunch it together, throw it in the back of the seat, let it thaw, and then coil it up after because it's not going to, it's not going to be, faring well after a while if it's super stiff.
We should record that.
Yeah, I was thinking, since this is our first time getting together this year, I want to give away a Grouch Army shirt. So the keyword is Grouch Army with a capital G and a capital A, all mushed together.
Only 2 O's or 3 O's? All right, well, you heard them, folks. Grouch Army, capital G, capital A, because you had to be difficult.
Yeah, he did.
It's really not. There's no pound sign. It's just Grouch Army.
Obviously, nobody wants your T-shirt.
That's all right.
Oh, there's two. Okay.
That's 2 radio waves on my channel. There we go. Very cool. All right. Well, anything else that we want to kind of segue to? I mean, obviously, pink coax kind of came up. Any other side, wearing other clothing, Mike?
No optional clothing. Sorry.
Okay.
I do want to make a comment on your brew and activate from this morning. You were talking
my
about
coax one.
Well, you were talking about different coaxes, and there's a bunch out there that I deal with all the time. The most the one I use the most is LMR 400, and we use the hard jacket LMR 400. And I tell you what, that stuff is terrible when it's cold. It will not. It will not bend. It will not go to where you want. You've got to zip dye the daylights out of it. But I did play with some Belden 9913 the other day, and it was cold outside, and it was very, very flexible, very, very pliable, even cold out. And I was actually kind of amazed at how flexible it was. The other one is there's 2 different versions of LMR 600. There is a hard vinyl jacket style like LMR 400, and then there's a rubber one. They're like 9913, and that stuff is the most horrendous stuff to work with. But yeah, as I was sitting there doing a job, I was listening to you, and I was like, man, all the different coaxes that I've used or have been subjugated to use in the last 20 years, besides the 34 years of being an amateur radio operator. I was just going through the different ones that that recently I had to work with. So,
well, that's an interesting question. I'm curious to see you guys where you stand. What's your go-to POTA coax you use all the time? What type?
Well, Michael, talking about the LMR 400, I was using KMR 400, like the cheap Amazon stuff.
Chinese Amazon
on 902 and 1296 last weekend, and it's not long. Like it's only like 10 feet or something. It's fun.
Okay.
In 20 degree weather though.
Oh, it was brittle.
Like it was just like,
brittle.
It's just going from a radio to a Yagi that I'm holding up, handheld. So it's not too far or too much, but still, like, it does not move. Like when you're used to, like RG8X or RG316, and then you put that stuff on, it's just
when it's cold, it's like a frozen hose.
That's a good analogy.
It does not want to move. And that's not just the vinyl jacket, but that's also that foam core. That foam core, when it gets cold, it does not want to flex. It's terrible.
Yeah. So still stands. I know. From Mike this morning, he was talking about what he used. But what do you guys use when you go out to the field most of the time?
Usually, it's an LMR 240 from ABR Industries.
You got that big.
And it's pretty good. Now I've done some. I've got their Ultraflex and I've got their hardcore stuff that's Mike's talking about, where it just doesn't want to bend. I mean, and you really got to sit there and just coil in every little section.
I ordered some 195. Anybody want to give me opinions on the 195?
I've never used it.
Never used it.
I've been curious about that. Right, I've seen the ABR one.
Yeah. What's the point of 195? Is it thinner?
It should be a little bit thinner and lighter, because they're 240s, the RG8X equivalent, right, Marvin?
Yes, it is exactly.
Yeah,
and so they have. I use their 316. The 316 is pretty good too.
Yeah.
I like using 316, but I've also got the POTA
Flex.
ABR POTA. Yeah,
that's what I use too. Is
with the orange jacket. Yeah.
Yep.
I like it. I like ABR.
I do 240 Ultraflex as well. That stuff's great.
I just need to play with the ABR some more so I can, differentiate the different styles in what they have. But I do like the FME connector.
Those are actually that's ABR's new kind of like modular connector, right?
It is.
Well, it's not their new. Well, for them, yeah, but the FME connectors have been around forever.
Yeah.
But when you're doing a vehicle install and you're trying to get, instead of get a big a PL 259 connector through a rubber grommet hole in the back of the truck between the bed or something, or you're trying to shove it through your firewall, if you use that FME connector and then you just screw the connector on afterwards, it makes it so much easier. That's what I did on my ATAS antenna. I did a video on that back, I don't know, call it early December on my channel, and it showed the FME connector, and it's great. I bought 15 foot from them, and it's really the best way to go if you're doing a mobile installation. So
real hams do their own connectors. They don't cheat.
Yeah. Okay. How many have gotten a typical VHF UH antenna with one of those same connectors, and it's like, this is going to be a piece of cake to wire through most of it. Yep.
No, cut. Yeah.
Has anybody? I'm curious because I've had my POTA ABR POTA sheath, orange coax for a while. Have you guys started to see the outer jacket, like the one that they cover the coax in, start to fray at all?
Yep, mine is.
Well, isn't it just a heat shrink?
No,
it's like a plastic loom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I was bummed at when I got it. I was like, oh man, this isn't like color code. Like, it would be awesome if it was like the Messi and Poloni, where it's actually color. The coax is colored, but you pay a premium for that as well as the name. But I'm just finding like it's starting to fray at the ends, especially like more towards the coax connectors, where where you get more flex out of the wire than you do like middle of the wire.
Put some tape on it.
I do fine, but I'm just saying I paid a lot for this. I want it to be pristine.
As much as we drag them through the dirt, wrap them around trees, and do stupid stuff to them, take them out in sub 17-degree wind chill weather, yeah, they're gonna take some abuse. So, yeah, just ask them for some new wrap.
So. Here's my last question. How many of you guys actually swap out your coax every couple of years?
Nope. Nope. So like,
dude,
I have 3 years on my POTA Flex right now.
I will sweep it, and if it sweeps like crap, it gets cut up and thrown out.
Yeah, see, that's kind of my take on it, and because I abuse a lot of my cable a lot, like it goes in my, it's very tight POTA bag for antennas, and it gets, a little squished, and so I'm always like stepping on it too because I can't avoid it for some reason. It's just like a magnet, so I'm always curious to see like whether or not it's actually like in decent condition 4 years. Like, I mean, I've had my original RG8X that I picked up from Ham Radio Outlet, and I, now it's getting to the point the connectors are starting to, the rubber, insulation and stuff like that around the connectors are starting to just, kind of peel back, and I'm just like, all right, this is time to replace it. So, and that was like only 4 years, but I'm just curious to see what you guys do because, everybody's a little different. Coax is like the redheaded stepchild, right?
The first coax I got was a 40-foot length of the 240 from ABR. And I finally, I think it was later in the fall, I took that out of service because I'd had a couple incidents with it and I could never tell if it was something with the antenna or the coax. And I should probably figure out like if I can check it with a nano VNA or something but I had too many instances where I'd set it up with the antenna and I wasn't hearing anything or I couldn't tune anything. And then it was kind of like Matt, when we had the bad coax when we were making the random wire back in the camp. Yeah. Like nothing. And then I swap out the coax and then it was like, fine.
Here guys, here's some coax.
Yeah. And that was the first length I got. And I know I beat the crap out of it. I was a new ham. I didn't know how to take care of things well back then either. So it could have been something that I did, or maybe it's just, it's past its time. I don't know, but
well, when I lived out in Arizona and I had my dipole up, what is it, the G5RV? I had the big G5RV set up off the top of a roof on a mast and then out, and the coax laid on the ground, And one day I was walking along, I was just checking the coax, and the pack rats were eating the vinyl on the LMR 400 all the way, up and down the coax. And I'm like,
Wow.
Yeah, but the coax never gave me any issues, which was weird. They didn't eat the copper. They stopped at the copper, probably because I zapped them one too many times.
Little barbecue cooking.
Holy seven.
Can you test coax with a nano VNA?
Yep.
You can.
Right.
You can. The best thing to do is if you can get a hold of an Anritsu, borrow one from a buddy if you know one that has one, and you can get distance to fault. And what you do is you put a dummy load on the end of it and just measure.
Okay.
You know how long it is. You can get distance to fault. You can find out exactly what the problem is.
Yeah, we do that with Ethernet cables too. Find out where it broke.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean it's 40 feet, so like I mean if some of it's good, like I'll salvage that. Like, and I think I mentioned Eric in like the chat during your live stream, like cut it, use it to make an antenna or something. I'll use it. I'll do the flower pod or T2LT, something like that. You know, like I'll use it for some other project or whatever.
Yeah,
we don't throw away things. We're hams, right?
Well, coax, I mean, like you said it, Mike. I mean, coax is not one of those things like you just throw the baby out with the bathwater. You just figure out where, your break is or where it's starting to deteriorate, chop it off and make it 10 feet instead of 25 feet or 15 feet or whatever. And, just reuse it. It's actually better in most cases to actually have shorter coax when you're out doing POTA anyway. So, better to, instead of having a 40-foot piece, to have like maybe something that's a little bit more manageable than,
The first thing I would check, Mike, is the connectors.
Okay.
I would check the connectors first. That's usually what we do. We especially in the commercial field, they've been up there for 20 years, 10 years or whatever. There's water intrusion sometimes. So, you just pull the connector apart and go, yeah, cut it back about a foot, put the connector back on.
Mm-hmm. So it's never really the connector; it's just the connector letting water in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's the idiot who tried to not correctly weather seal the stupid connector.
You only have to go back like 6 inches, right?
Just 6. Just the tip, sir. Just the tip.
It was coming.
You measure from the top or the bottom.
Exactly.
Oh boy! Yeah. I don't know.
Sorry
man.
to drag us down there.
Yeah, it's only we're way past 30 minutes, so we're fine.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
real quick, WA2BH in the comments says, having replaced my coax every so many years, something that's real expensive, I was expecting to do, I would have purchased something a little less expensive. I think coax, in my opinion, makes a lot of difference, and I mean, yeah, you can get by with some of the more cheaper stuff, but quality coax is what's carrying your signal out to your antenna. And if you buy like the ABR Industries, they're saying it should last like 10 years. So
yeah, the LMR that I have, I've been running for 12 years, 13 years, and I always inspect the connectors. If it looks bad, I cut it off, put a new connector on. But I check this. I check the sheathing. I check everything as before I roll it out, because I've moved 6 times in the last 20 years, and I've kept the same coax with me. And if I needed to replace a piece, I replaced a piece.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same way. I've continued to reuse some of the coax I've had in the past, and it works just fine, no problem. So you shouldn't have to go look at replacing every few years. But if you buy the cheap shit, I would probably expect you to have to replace it every couple of years. It will wear and it will fall apart quicker, I think. And versus if you're getting the good stuff from sometimes the wireman that has decent stuff, or cable experts, ABR Industries. That's who I'm going to recommend. But yes,
yeah.
So he said he bought Messi and Poloni. Congratulations, man. Yes. I tell you what, it's good stuff. You buy the quality stuff. You buy the stuff that the UV is not. The sun is the killer of coax.
Yep.
Just like everything else, anything vinyl or plastic or rubber, the sun will break it down eventually. In some colors, or that's why we use black zip ties instead of white or clear zip ties because they dry out faster and break. So.
So here's a question: would you recommend for a brand new guy, brand new ham, in the hobby, to go out and buy the best stuff?
If you can afford it, yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely. So I think it's well worth it in the end. I mean, it will last longer, and I think you will save money, and you'll find that you'll have better luck with your system overall by having a better quality coax. If you buy cheap, it's kind of like you buy a cheap antenna, you're going to have bad results, but you buy a good quality coax. It's what's carrying your signal. It's what's going to be more stable. I think it's going to make a big difference. I mean, if I'd bought some really cheap shit for my remote site in Wisconsin, I guarantee I'd be replacing in a couple of years. But I bought ABR Industries, and I fully believe they've got 10-year, lifespan to it. So I'll be fine for a while.
As long as you keep it off the ground and keep the critters from eating it.
It's in a 3-inch tube, so going from there all the way.
Well, so let me ask you a question, though. Yeah,
hold on. All right. I just want to clarify, right? All right. So you were asking about buying like really expensive coax, and Michael said yes, buy the most expensive shit you can get. Marvin said yes, but ABR is just as good, right? So I want to point out that like it's not always the most expensive, right? So like Matt's antennas are phenomenal. Right? But Matt doesn't sell the most expensive antennas.
No.
Right?
No, but his are the best.
Hey Matt, I feel like you're missing out on an opportunity here, but anyway.
I'm just saying, like, you don't always have to go all in with your wallet. Like, you can make smart purchases that are going to last you just as long.
Well, this actually brings me back to, like, so if we look at the chain, we have radio, coax, antenna. What one of the three is the most important in that mix?
Antenna and coax.
Your antenna.
I said one. Like, if you were the first one.
Antenna.
We all agree the antenna is it, right? So
Yep.
you could get
Antenna.
by with cheaper, worse off coax with the idea that eventually you are going to learn down the road that better coax is going to get the power and the delivery, to the antenna to get out there better in most cases, because you're just, you're burning it off as heat or, losing it in losses in other ways. And so that was kind of the question, was like a lot of people, like I was trying to pose, was like, if you're thinking about coax, yeah, you could throw money at it if you got it. But like Paul said, where should you invest your money if you're going to invest the money first off? And it sounds like the antenna is the best way to go first, right?
Yes. Right. And the best antenna is
I agree.
right there. Right there.
Yes, we are not sponsored quite yet, so we're working on that one. But
no, not at all.
Reliant is the national antenna of the Northeast.
Exactly right.
Yes.
That's the new motto. I better copyright that.
It's official club membership of Northeast Ham Radio.
Yeah. I think that whether you're talking about like the coax or even if you're talking about radios or antennas, I think at the end of the day too, you gotta. It's that it depends. You got to ask yourself or somebody like, how are you going to use it?
It depends.
Yeah, it's like, how are you going to use it or not? Because maybe it's easier for me to say not having anything set up in the house. Like, but when I set something up in the house, that's probably where I'm going to want to probably make more of an investment. Same thing, 100%. Like if I was doing another mobile install, like, and I'm happy with the coax that came on the diamond mount that I got. It was really easy to fish through and stuff, but like it's not something that I can easily change out, that's where I'm going to want to go all in or get really good stuff that I'm not going to have to, deal with pulling out and stuff. But, I talked earlier about like the VHF space. There's times where you want to get different types of coax or you're concerned about loss, because like the loss with 400 versus 240, when you're at 1.2 gigahertz, it's noticeable, especially if you're running just 1 or 10 watts. Like it makes a big difference and stuff. But, and there's times where like with POTA, like I can get away with just 15 or 25 feet of coax. And
I don't need a lot.
And it doesn't need to be the best. A lot of what I have is some Cable Experts brand stuff that I got off Amazon warehouse deals. And I got a bunch of it stupid cheap. And it's worked fine. But, I know Mike, it's probably not the best, but
Mike, yeah. I'm going to save you up. We pull a lot of BDAs apart. so we can scrap them. And when we pull a BDA off the wall, we literally pull it apart. There's a boatload of silver and gold in them, but there's SMA and N connector and what's the other one I'm looking for? BNC, sorry.
Okay.
And there's a lot of those jumper cables in there on 142, which is that silver plated cable.
Okay.
So what I will do is I'll put I know you like working in the microwave in the upper bands. So what I will do is I'll start putting a box together for you for jumpers.
Sweet.
With gold SMA connectors and not the Chinese gold connectors, but I've got if you want to do microwave work, I'll save you a boatload of 142, and it's really good coax at the high frequencies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need some jumpers. You want to make me some?
You don't work where he works.
No, but I buy stuff from you.
This is true. I'm like his commercial radio dealer up here. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, that is definitely possible, Jim. It's the over/under method, the figure eight. It all boils down to my many years of sound training and stuff like that. Doing it the wrong way and then learning from a official master how to wind cable appropriately so it lasts longer for sure. But you always know who has the crappy cable because they take it out of their car and it just kind of goes everywhere. It doesn't unfold nice. It's like the proverbial Christmas lights, the ball you get of oh, where's the other end of this somewhere?
Are you trying?
This turns into a giant rat's nest.
Exactly. You're like, I'm going to hook that up? Sure.
Dude, it was 17 degrees. It was cold out. It was not performing correctly when I unrolled it.
Your coax was fine. What are you talking about?
I was in the pool. I was in the pool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because it's that's one of the questions that always kind of came up. Is what do you recommend to a new ham when they come out? And everybody was, radio or antenna, and most of the time it was antenna. But then it always came up. It's well, go buy the best coax you can afford. And 9 times out of 10, it was it was. Well, hey, I've got a spool of RG58 over in the corner. You want to make a couple of 10-foot sections and you're good. So
who has the giant fan running?
I don't know.
It might be my side on my.
Not me. I'm muted because we're talking also. So not me.
Okay.
I hear a Hoover or a Shark or something going on. I don't know.
No, it's probably my pellet stove kicking in over there. It just kicked back in again.
Probably here at the back, yeah. It might be,
but,
Chris there, he's on the beach.
A new ham. RG58 works great. And you got a halfway decent antenna, some RG58, foam or plastic, your choice. But I mean, that's what I started with, before I started learning. I mean, it's just, if you could afford it, figure out what you want.
Yep.
By the way.
Yeah, and the RG58 is a little bit lighter than the RG8X, and so I have some cheap 58 stuff with BNCs from Amazon, and I'll use that a lot of times QRP, but I'm using it when I'm using a center fed or off center fed dipole, and so I don't want to put that much strain on the mast. And if the 58's a little bit lighter, and I've tested it. I actually did a video where you could see how things dangle, and it's it makes a difference. So
a little left or a little right.
But yeah, now you're gonna make me cough. But no, it's it works fine. But it also depends too. Like what bands are, if you're going to be on 10 or 12 or 6, that's probably not ideal. But if you're just on 20 or 40, you get lower in frequency, the losses aren't that bad. The difference is whether it's 316 or 58 versus 8X and stuff. So if you're talking 25-foot runs, that's why I always go back to how are you going to use it? What type of antennas, what types of bands, modes, and all kinds of stuff like that. So it depends.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a podcast just alone on it depends. It depends on everything, literally. I wear Depend now that I'm 60.
It should be a
But-
drinking game. Like anytime one of us says it depends,
Well, I
like you
can't
have to take a
spell.
drink.
I'll be back.
Yeah, my internet for a while with Comcast was starting to be so bad that in the live stream, people at like 10 o'clock in the morning were like, hey, we're going to turn this into a drinking game to see how many times Eric drops off. And then I fixed it. And, people are just like, oh, man, I was enjoying that. I was like, sorry.
Did you
can
use
still
one
drink.
of Tortoise's purple jumpers?
No. Mine was rainbow colored. I'm good. So all good there. But yeah, it's kind of funny because like in one of our previous episodes, it kind of came up in conversation. How many of you guys actually tune your radios in terms of like your audio mic? Anybody do any of that?
I mean, adjusting the audio settings for the mic?
Yeah.
Or your gain, that type of stuff, EQ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. It makes a big difference.
I think you're all liars, but whatever.
Yeah. I did it with my 705 and 7300 when I first got them, but it's been years since I did. Like I set some stuff up and I had some QSOs on the air, like with people locally, and then just a couple other like during POTAs, and I asked and made some adjustments, but I haven't touched them in a couple years. So
yeah.
But they're ICOMs. The ICOMs sound great right out of the box. That's the thing.
Oh
The transmit.
Oh.
No, the Yaesu receivers sound better. And that's coming from the fanboy. But the ICOMs, like the transmit audio.
The only reason why ICOMs sound great out of the box is because most ICOM owners aren't going to bother with the effort to change their audio settings. So they just figure we're going to just do this for them, and that way they don't have to do it later. You're just lazy, I think is the term.
On the FTD on the FTDX10, there's the EQ settings, and it's called PRM-TRC. I don't know exactly what that stands for, but there's about 6 settings you should go in and change on those. And I've done it on every radio, and it really does help out with your audio. And you could have to adjust it sometimes for, each person's voice is a little different. But you should go in and change those. If anybody who has a Yaesu like an FTDX10, go check out like the PRM-TRC EQ settings, and there's some. If you have questions, reach out to me. I've got what the settings kind of should be from away from the defaults. So, but yeah, those you should check them. And then on the Flex, it's really easy to do it. So. You
could really screw it up easy on the Flex too. That's the problem with the
Yes,
Flex.
you can.
Is like you'll set the setting and then you'll be like, oh, I think I got it well, and then someone will be like, your audio really sucks, and it's like, oh crap, and then you start really messing with the EQ, and you pretty that much. You might as well just foobar the profile and blow it away and restart
Factory
again.
reset.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I just ran down to my garage real quick, and I figured you might be interested in this. Give me a second.
And Biggin, there he is.
It's a box, a mini circuits. Is that BNC to one to many?
So this came out of a receive multi-coupler. So the receive would go into here for all the repeaters to a common antenna, and this actually ran to a little preamplifier.
Okay.
But what I was thinking is this would work really good with a scanner or multiple scanners off of one antenna. And the frequency is good to 1 to 1,000 megahertz.
It's up to okay.
Couldn't you put multiple SDRs on there?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
run SDRs off that?
that's also
Oh, that's
you
neat.
could do that. But this was out of a TTA or tower top amplifier receive multi-coupler. And I come across this stuff all the time when we pull systems out. So if anybody's interested, Mike, I know you always like to dabble and play with stuff. So
Yeah. No, that's
Cool.
neat. That's interesting.
yeah, I just ran up, dude. I have. Are you going to be at Nearfest, Mike?
I don't know. When is it?
April.
It's in April.
Is
No,
that
it's in May. It's the first
I-
week.
I-
in
Oh,
May.
that's right. It's the first week in May. Yes.
Okay.
He's correct.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
That could be a possibility. That could maybe work.
So what I will do is because I like just grab this stuff and throw it in the boxes and bring it up, and people will look at it like, oh, that's cool, and just leave it on the table. What I will do is I'll throw a bin together of things you can dig through.
Okay.
Because you can ask Eric, Paul, Chris, Matt. I don't know, Marvin. Has Marvin been? Marvin, you been to a Near Fest recently?
I have, but I didn't make one at the end of last year.
Okay, because you can ask these guys. I bring up a boatload of stuff just to sell, give away, or whatever. So
Oh, a trailer load.
trailer load.
Yep. Yeah, and
Camper even.
Matt's there selling his antenna wares, and hopefully this year he'll actually sell them more at a premium price just to make up for all the losses he's had over years from giving them away for free to us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say this: the only one that I have been given was the Rybakov. Every antenna I've bought from Matt, and I think it's about 6 or 7, I have paid for.
yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
hey,
That's
And
true.
I have not applied the code. So there.
Oh, yep.
we can let the cat out of the bag. We all agreed together offline that you were going to pay for all of our antennas going forward. So that's the arrangement we had with Matt. So when we said we need a new antenna, we just say Tortoise will pay for it. He's like, okay.
Oh, I got something in my
Got something
eye.
in your eye? Yes, we all do. Cool. So I don't know. Like I'm gonna throw it out there, Chris. You interested in mentioning since we're talking, kind of ham radio stuff? You want to drop a little bit of something on your 24-hour?
Yeah. Can I share a screen?
Yeah. Feel free.
Oh wait, hold on. My computer's being stupid.
I think
Well, we
that's
can't fix that.
operator.
Can't fix stupid.
Well, never mind. I'm not gonna be able to share a screen. So yeah, 24-hour POTA is gonna be April 25th and 26th at Shawnee Crowell State Forest, and everybody's invited. It's gonna be a fun time. The camping is actually free because they're technically not open, so they're going to be offering campsites for free to anybody that wants them. There's going to be a pavilion with power, I've been told, and the bathrooms will be open and running water. So should be fun. I plan on being there Friday before to set up. And me and Parker still have to go by and finalize the exact spot, but I'm pretty sure the pavilion is going to be where it's at. We're going to be doing T-shirts. I did find a place to do T-shirts around me that are actually reasonably priced. So I just got to set up something for that and go from there.
Cool.
He's got Shannon as the POTA mermaid. Do you want me to share your image there, Chris?
Yeah,
that's not.
Yeah,
That's not
do you
to
have
scale.
the updated one?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know how updated it is.
It probably is the one then.
This is the one on Discord.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to share, but my computer's being stupid. So
Okay.
You got to swap out and put in one of the purple Cat 6 jumpers.
Got to stick it in the hole.
Try the
Whatever direction it goes in, it doesn't go the opposite way.
There we go.
Gonna finally share it out. Dude,
Yep,
nice
there
shirt.
you go.
That's cool.
So that's
That
going
is
to be
an
off
awesome
back.
design.
So it's,
There's Shannon.
She did not
Yeah,
post
it's
for that.
Shannon.
Let's just put that out front.
No.
She
That
wore
was
the
the first
mermaid
thing I thought
costume.
of. I was like, what?
Yeah, so those that might be going like, oh, the Live Free and Ham guys are doing 24-hour POTA. No, we're not doing a 24-hour POTA. Chris has decided to do this for the Cape side. Totally awesome to see, or I would love to see more people do 24-hour POTAs and just, have fun with it. So maybe this will be like the 24-hour POTA thing worldwide. It'd be kind of cool one day to see that. But, if you want to do one yourself and you want to figure out how to do it, talk to Chris, talk to me, we'll help you out and show you what you need to do. But yeah, I'm glad he's doing one for the Cape. I will be there and I won't be doing anything except playing radio, drinking, and having fun.
I can't kill it.
Yeah, well, I'll kick you out.
Yeah, so it should be a good time. So
It's a BYOF.
As of right now, yes, it's still bring your own food. I'm still trying to set up something. I do have a place I can get pizzas for one day as lunch, but other than that, everybody is closed down here. So
Yeah,
Yes.
it's okay.
Well, I mean,
So-
we can all have like a food chip in, and
yeah, Market Basket's right down the street from there, so
yeah,
you can literally do whatever and just have a huge
Seafood
cookout.
boil. Yeah. I'm game for that. Torty, you and I are bunking up together.
as long as I get small spoon,
Okay, fine. And I got the purple cable.
you can have all the purple cable you want.
Cool. Well, if you are in the New England area, or even you're Northeast, and you want to go do something as cool as a 24-hour POTA, go do it with Chris and hang out with those guys, because I get the luxury of going down there every couple of months to go see my dad, but I always hang out with those guys and repeat or talk to Chris all the time. So great group of guys.
What I will do is I will share the Discord. Hold on, and I'll share my Discord invite. And if anybody wants to come to the server, I'll throw it in the chat right now. And that's where the information will be posted. It's under Cape Cod 24-hour POTA. So if anybody wants to jump onto the Discord, it's coming up in the chat.
Cool. Nice.
There it goes. And
Brent
everybody
says he's wanted to try one.
Oh, yeah. All right. Turn
Yeah,
that
dude.
off.
Yeah, let me know if you need help planning it or whatever. We're glad to share the knowledge and pass it on, because it's just a real cool idea and great way to get a bunch of guys together and, not be a winter field day or summer field day or, some, other day kind of thing, and just have fun and, play some radio.
Well, we're gonna try out the operating tent that I got.
Oh, cool.
I want to pre-trial it before New Hampshire. So, that's
Cool.
just getting it set up. And 80 and 160, what is it? Dude, if you want to come out to Cape Cod, Massachusetts, all Midwesterners are welcome, Mr. Bobkoff.
100%. Always.
I am not paying for your flight, though.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that with Bob. He'll pay for your flight, and he'll fly you out to his house, and you both can fly back to Mass.
Oh,
that's how good Bob is.
Yeah, come out and play, man. You can play on the radio all you want.
Very cool.
You can join for as little as $3 a month. It's not a big expense.
That's a Live Free and Ham message.
I just lost.
I still haven't activated Massachusetts, so I'll see.
What?
I'll see if it works. So I know.
Wow. I even drove through New York to activate New York on purpose. And Mike,
why?
We're gonna have to meet, like, you, Izzo, and Paul's gonna have to be up in this area, but myself, we'll have to meet at that major park that kind of spans like 3 states or 4 states. What is it? I can't remember.
Yeah, the one that Izzo was talking about. Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool to activate. There's one it's like on the lower part of Mass. It goes right through Mass, the Connecticut River Valley, through. I don't think it goes through Rhode Island, but it goes into New York too as well, and it's pretty huge. It's got it's like 4 or 5 parks.
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing that.
I was going to say, to Conic Ridge Parkway, you can get New York, Mass, and Vermont.
Yeah, that's a long drive.
One?
It's a slow drive.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'll get it eventually. Like I keep putting it off because for work I travel out to. I was actually supposed to be in Albany next week, but they just canceled the trip and stuff because of the weather.
A little slow.
But I'm out in Albany enough where I'm like, well, I'm not far. I can just hop over one of these times, and I just keep putting it off.
Dude, Mike, I'm literally 3 hours from Albany.
Yeah.
Right down 90. Right down 90. I'm literally 3 hours. I was at the Saratoga battlefield when I went up to go see my brother. So I activated the Saratoga battlefield.
Okay.
Did 20 something contacts, and then I had to go home because I wanted to get home just after dark. But yeah, that was 3 hours, 3.5 hour drive. That wasn't actually bad to get a very major park.
Cool. Yeah.
But cool. I don't know. You want to give Grouch the show floor here to do an announcement since it's 9 o'clock?
Grouch.
Prep and Paul is the winner.
Grouch.
Okay, that's all.
Okay.
Simple and easy.
Hey, Paul. Congrats. Yep, there it is.
There we go. Wear it proudly. Wear it proudly. Doesn't he already have one? I thought he already had one.
He probably does.
No.
Yeah, wow.
I have a Prep and Paul shirt.
I have a Prep and Paul shirt too.
I don't. Prep and Paul, where's my shirt?
You have to be a channel member for a year.
Oh, okay. Or I can just buy a shirt from him. One of the two.
Yeah.
But it won't be as cool.
I was just thinking it wouldn't be as cool.
Yeah, well, I'm not a cool guy, so that's easy enough.
So my Prep and Paul shirt, it's got my call sign on the front, and then on the back it says Grouch, and then it's got the big Rag Shoe Crew logo.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Do you pay extra for all that stuff? Like you get some interesting gears from certain people that have your name and Grouch on them. You got like these custom. Yeah, man, you're just spoiled.
Well, when he
I'm
drags,
just a fucking Grouch.
yeah, when he drags his sorry carcass up here, I got a pair of socks for him because I figured out I'm not mailing him down to Florida. He's just gonna have to come and get him.
I'll be back up there.
Grouchy. They give it to whoever can spend the most time pissed off for absolutely no reason.
Yes. Yeah, I'll be back up in New Hampshire in the fall after Huntsville.
Sweet.
Oh, speaking of Huntsville, Eric, are we still driving down or not?
No, I'm out.
Oh.
I got too much work. Sadly, I wish I could just tell them to go pound sand, but they pay the bills now, so no. I would prefer to play ham radio all day, every day, but they don't pay the bills yet. So if you want to help support pay those bills, please donate to N1JUR. Shameless plug. All right, well, do we want to put a little bow on this since it sounds like, we're dwindling down in the hours here?
We are.
Okay. Well, let's go a little around the horn here. We'll start with Chris there. Tell them a little about your channel, what's going on, or, any last words?
Nothing really going on with the channel right now. It's I haven't really had any time. I've been out plowing and sanding. So
You should flip the camera on and record your plows and just we'll do a vlog from the plow truck.
And the
idiots that park in front of me. So yeah. It's great down here.
It is a popular thing on my freaking Instagram all the time. I don't do any plowing. I don't do any shoveling whatsoever. And I see more plow videos and more people, memes on that. It's like, how do I get that? And the last one I saw was a guy with a front loader and he was playing, floor hockey with a shopping cart in the parking lot while he was plowing. I
tried that with a shopping cart and it bit back this last time. It actually put a nice dinger in my fender. So
nice. That sucks. Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, I hope to have some stuff coming along as soon as winter's over, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And the 24-hour POTA is coming up, so I just got to prep for that.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
well, looking forward to it. Sounds good, man. All right, Mike, over to you and to MAK. Where can they find you?
If people didn't know, Winter Field Days this weekend, so I got to figure out what the hell I'm doing now that my club's event got canceled. But as far as coming up, like I can never think. This time of year is so busy with work, travel, and kids' sports. Like it's hard to think past like the next week and everything. But I did get, because of time off around the holidays, I did get a bunch of videos done. I've got more videos like lined up than I've ever had. So I'll definitely be having new videos come out on Tuesdays regularly. And members, just, if you're a member of the channel, I'm releasing those early. I just released one today, which will come out on Tuesday, which I did something unique with one of Matt's chokes to turn it into a vertical antenna. So you'll kind of see what I did. Short video will be out on Tuesday, but channel members will get to see it first. So and channel members, if there's any in the chat, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So
yes, more videos. That's all I have to say. More videos.
Yeah. But no, there's fun
cool.
stuff coming.
Wait, did we just hear that Mike is going to choke it in the next video?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to verify.
Choking the chicken.
All right. Well, over to the Grouch there. How can people find you? What's going on? And final words?
Well, obviously, I mean, the channel's the easiest place to find me. All
I thought
the other
Only Hams was.
the other social links are there too. Yeah. Listen, when Only Hams becomes affordable, that might become an actual website. Let me just tell you.
I'm still waiting for my naked Christmas card, so I was promised something and it still hasn't shown up.
$11,000.
No, listen, I'm wicked backed up on videos. I've been sidetracked with AI projects, and I've almost got my skydiving dashboard dialed in to where it doesn't matter what drop zone that you're at, you can use it. So I figure that'll be a nice, useful thing that I can actually end up pushing out to other people and having other people be able to take advantage of all my hard work. But yeah, no, I mean, I my plan for this weekend is to spend as much time as I can in the sky. I'm currently at 69 jumps. I've got 15 left in the books. So easy to do in the next couple weeks. Knock out those 15, get my B license done, and then I'm just focused on getting the 200. 200 is my goal, and I'll get there.
Cool. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that, and congratulations on the 69. I thought you surpassed that, but hey, 69 is a good number. I won't argue it.
Now, I stopped at 69, and then I had intended to jump today. We got rained out, and then we hit with 50-mile-an-hour winds for 3 days, and then like New Hampshire temperatures where it was a high of like 45. Like it was ridiculous. So yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of jumping in the last 7 to 10 days.
Oh, bummer. All right. Well, good on that. Looking forward to seeing more of the content. Hopefully that dashboard, because I know you've been talking about that for a little while, and definitely good to hopefully see a video on it maybe.
Yeah. I should do that. Not so much in the how I made it, because
just share it.
God awful, but yeah, just hey, here's what it is, here's how it works, and it's pretty neat. I got a drop down menu list with all the drop zones globally that I could slurp into this feed, and then when you select the drop zone, it automatically geocodes to that location, and it updates the winds aloft, it updates the actual radar and everything right there. So it's pretty cool.
Although it'd be really cool to see in the B-roll cuts you cursing every 5 minutes when you were actually trying to build all that stuff. It'd be F this and dropping the bombs, and then you get back to the regular scene, and then 5 seconds later you're cursing again. So just a thought.
Dude, there were so many times where I'd be like, no, like, AI, you're fucking stupid. Like, I gave you the files. Why did you truncate the code and now it doesn't work? Like, stop doing that. And then, all right, here it is again. Do not truncate the code. Like,
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Oh, man. Well, cool. Awesome on that. Marvin, how can they find you? Any last words?
Yep. So go find me pretty much anywhere. I've been running a syndicate for Winter Field Day. I've been on quite a few channels here and there, but mostly is the ham radio guy. Podcast, any podcast platform. Majority of those come out of Apple podcast. The other thing is my YouTube channel. Dropped a new video today talking about some ham club auction stuff. It was kind of cool. And then I just dropped a brand new short podcast that's about 8 to 10 minutes long be doing more of these, but they're probably going to be for Patreon members only, I'm thinking. Something called Shack Smarts. And they're tidbits, hints, things to help improve that are short and sweet. But I did throw one out there on the on my normal podcast platform for kind of a teaser to see what people think. And, I'm looking for some feedback on that one. So looking to hopefully hear some comments here and there from that as well on the Shack Smarts and kind of cool little things along the way. Just simple things like, hey, put a cable tie on all of your, or a cable identifier, cable tag on all your different cables, so you know where they go and what they're supposed to belong to, and what each end of it is, where you go. Just simple things like that really help improve your efficiency of your shack. Because when you go tear things apart and you go to try and put something back, oh, where is this? And then you start in the cursing world trying to figure out where things go, and just save your time, yourself, operations, efficiency of your time down the road. So it will, help you. So those little things, that is what I'm trying to throw out there. I've got a bunch of them lined up already, ready to go out. And like I said, they'll probably go out to Patreons only at this point. We'll see where that goes. But channel continues to grow, just shy of 600. And so it's made pretty significant improvement this last year, and so I'm really hoping to get over 1,000 this year, and whatnot. But we're moving along. So channel's doing well, and things have been busy. So
very cool. Well, when labeling cables, do not write on them with a magic marker. That is not a proper label.
No.
I've
Different
seen
colored
too many people do
electrical
that.
tape works though.
Yeah, if you remember what the color scheme is 10 years later.
Yeah, exactly. Type in cable tag ID, and you can find lots of different options out there. So
cool. Well, looking forward to your big tidbits and as a member in your member only section. So excellent. So hey, just helping you drive traffic. I didn't say one time. All right, awesome on that one. Cool. And definitely check out all the Winterfield Day fun and activities up on World Radio League. I know I'm definitely going to pay attention to that from time to time just to see how things are going. And thanks again for all you do, Marvin, with Winterfield Day, man. It is a labor of love, and some days I'm sure a drinking day too as well.
This week, it's been, it's this. I tell you, my wife is like, she knows like this week is Winterfield Day week, and I was like, my mind and everything I'm doing is just all dedicated to it, and it's just been one thing after another. And she knows I've been on lots of different live streams and joining. And it's like, sorry, dear, I just gotta go do this. I gotta go join this live stream. I gotta hop on this one. I gotta go hop on this one tomorrow night. And it's one of those things running the syndicate around. But it's been good. Just again, wish everybody the best of luck through Winterfield Day. Use common sense. Stay safe. And hope that you guys have the best Winterfield Day ever. But and we hope to have a good one as well, and to see the numbers come in and the number of QSOs, the people working, and hope to hear the bands are looking to be good at this point. So hopefully no more solar flares coming between now and then. And it looks like it's going to be good. So I'm hoping that we can make some lots of contacts and have a fun Winterfield Day for everybody. So thank you for participating and being part of it, and you guys make it the best. So
cool. Awesome. All right, over to you, Mr. N3VAN. Any last
hey,
parting
guys.
words?
Last parting words. See you when we thaw out in the summer. The cabin's not that cold, but it's at 65. We got to get the heat up in here. So, I filmed coming in, and there was a little black cat walking across. So either that's a good or bad omen. We'll find out soon. So, I'm going to show off some highlights on there. I did a Nano VNA video that I got to edit and put up there. That's going to be nice. Channel person, subscriber, emailed me and said, can you do one of this? So I decided to do that and just got to get it up there. So if we survive Winterfield Day, you'll see a video of it. I think it looks like we're one of the few clubs that are risking it and going out into a place like a cabin. That's where we're at. It's heated, electricity. We don't have to feed the fire, but as long as we have electricity, we'll be good. We're thinking of just staying here until it starts snowing and then quickly pack up and, go back to the QTH. So hopefully it should be good. If you don't see a video or don't hear from me, then you know what happened. So come rescue me there, Chris, with your snowplow, please.
If it started snowing, you left too late.
So is that what it is? No, don't worry, Marvin. We're not risking it, so don't dock us points, please.
So one final question: in your emergency plan, who is the first person to get eaten?
I don't know. Who's the first person to get eaten? Is it you, Scott, or you, Phil? I don't know.
Who
Phil
drew the short straw?
I don't know. I think there's another ham radio club. We're at Cabin 9 here at Lake Nakamixon. There's another ham radio club, Philmont, Philadelphia, Montgomery County. They are in Cabin 2, so we'll just go over there and cannibalize them. So should be good.
Are they? Their call sign's N5UDE, right?
Yep. I believe so.
Sure.
So that's pretty much it, you know. So
Cool.
If I survive, you'll see me.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, hopefully we need to continue to have your amazing antennas.
If
proliferate
not,
the
those
market.
antennas go up 20% if I die. So should be good. You got to come to the shack and then take all my plans, and you know you can make them
It's
yourself.
emergency supply shortage. If you want to relax
Exactly.
now, get in on it before it starts going up.
Exactly.
Tariffs are implemented.
Exactly. The Chinese will take over once I'm dead.
25% tariff on winter field day, failures. So, all right, cool. Awesome. All right. Okay. Awesome, man. Cool. Over to you, Tortoise. How can people find you?
I didn't know I was lost.
Oh, fine. Okay. Last parting words.
I mean,
I didn't know I was dying. Is your next statement?
Oh no, I didn't. Not all lost. Not all who wander are lost. Is that
Dude,
how
we
it
practiced this offline. Come on.
Well, we practice what?
Exactly. Come on. Let's go.
Exactly. So, hey, just gonna be hanging out on the Discord. You can find me, find my YouTube channel, Tortoise Overland. I think I'm gonna do a nice little winter field day, just for grins and giggles. I just thought about this. I might actually do a little video of me playing in the snow, and see if we can make some contacts for winter field day on Sunday, depending on how bad it snows. Please be safe. Please make sure if you're prepping now, you're prepping too late. Just make sure that you have contact numbers for everybody in the families, and your friends. If you need help, ask for it. Don't feel ashamed, because it's going to be a crappy storm this weekend, and especially in New England and from South Carolina north, it's going to be frigid for like at least the next 2 weeks. So make sure you stay safe, stay warm. Check on your buddies, check on your friends, make sure everybody's good to go, and help out where you can. I hope everybody has an excellent rest of their weekend, and have fun this winter field day, man. And thanks to Mr. Marvin for changing my designation for winter field day. I appreciate it. On the fly there.
Favoritism.
There's no favoritism. Marvin doesn't like me. Like he loves you. He doesn't love me.
Shame.
I thought he was mad at you for Ham Shack TV, man. Friggin' physics suck.
There we go. The warning. Anyway, all right.
So
Don't
other
forget
than that,
to spay and neuter your pets, right? You're going to add that in there? I was going to say, you're going to add in, you're going to need to spay and neuter your pets too as well?
Spay and neuter your pets.
Thank you. All right. Okay, well, I'm N1JUR. I'm going to say just a couple of brief things. So we've got International Women's Day, POTA Power kind of crew on in March. Is it March? Yeah, close to March. March 6th,
March 6th.
I think is the date.
March 6th,
Yep.
yeah.
We are going to have a freaking huge lineup of YLs all hanging out with us, showing us how it's all done when it comes to POTA and radio and just ham in general. So that's going to be over in Live Free and Ham, and that's going to be a blast. And I think we keep adding to the list as it grows. If you're interested, you can always head over to livefreeandham.com/shop, because Shannon has created a phenomenal shirt that's like on fire. So if you're a lady and you want to get a cool POTA Power a shirt, check that out. It's over there on our shop, and everything goes to obviously helping International Women's Day and the POTA event that Shannon does every year tirelessly. So just a shameless plug there. But for me, I'll just keep doing some of the channel stuff. I got some real cool videos coming up. And you can always find me every Friday morning with Shannon on Brew and Activate. We do everything and anything related to POTA. and some really cool stuff. So we'd love to have you come over there and hang out with us on Friday mornings at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And so with that,
it's a great show when Shannon's there.
It's always a great show.
I will not disagree with that. Trust me, the level of like everything goes up by like 20-30%.
Nobody goes to see you, Eric.
Dude, I have not ever said like I was the reason why. Like, I mean, I could prove it looking at the Stats Today show, and when Shannon's usually on, it's night and day. So I will be the first to admit it. It's everyone's there not for me, but they're just here to hear the talking head, and Shannon does all the the amazing stuff. So, but I couldn't do it without her, so I appreciate all of that help, and we can go from there. Maybe everybody needs to convince her otherwise. She refuses to kind of take the reins a little bit because I'm trying to get her maybe to do a show or two. She's,
I
kind of been reluctant.
I don't see that. I see her actually taking the reins during the show.
She has said to me offline, and I don't mean if she's in the chat here, but, she said, I don't know if I'm ready to do a topic. She kind of buttered you do topics so better, and I don't like whiteboards. And I'm like, well, you don't have to use the whiteboard. You can just talk. So, hey, let us know over the Discord. Head over to Live Freedom Discord and tell us that you want Shannon to do a show, and maybe give her a topic so she doesn't have to sit there and guess. So either way, all good stuff. But as I see some of the links flying by already, you can reach all of us here at Northeast Ham Radio. This is not one channel. You aren't going to find us, tied to one channel. We're all independent channels. We're all here just to hang out and support each other. And so, in ham radio in the Northeast here, as simple as that. So if you enjoyed what's going on, check everybody's channel out, subscribe to everybody, support us as you see fit, and we appreciate everybody who's been in the chat today. It was quite busy. So with that,
Legends of the Northeast.
Yes, that we are. We will be legends someday. I'm a legend in my own mind. This is a phrase I think it is.
Jesus, you just read my mind.
God, trying, man. Trying. We're thinking, man. We're thinking. One last time, Mike. Come on, let's go. No hearts? Nothing? All right. Fine. Cut and loose.
From the back roads of New Hampshire, rain or shine, he's calling CQ with that mobile line. Eric's got his 891 and 8-task tight. He's chasing them parks from morning to night. We're calling CQ, come join the ride. From salty shores to mountain highs, a motley crew with wire and drive, tossing antennas in trees to feel alive. Once a month we light up the stream. It's Northeast Ham Radio, living the dream. Izzo's in the woods with a stogie lit, got his logbook down and a chair that fits. But toss him a chip with that barbecue tang, you'll get a rant and the Hamburglar fang. Matt builds them tough and tunes them clean. Reliance hits like a well-oiled machine. Toss the wire in a tree, no need to prepare. 5-9 signals floating through the air. We're calling CQ, come join the ride. From salty shores to mountain highs, a motley crew with wire and drive, tossing antennas in trees to feel alive. Once a month we light up the stream. It's Northeast Ham Radio, living the dream. Salty Walt's got tales from the ocean tide, with a sailor's grin and that coastal pride. He wrote the book on waves and wire, a Rhode Island soul with a northern fire. If it's broke, Rob's the guy to call. He'll tear it down and rebuild it all. With a scope, a smile, and zero fear, he's the reason half our rigs still cheer. The grouch rolls deep with a pack and a plan. Sky above, ground below, mic in hand. From jump zone to parks, he's living it loud. Still grumpy as hell, but making us proud. We ain't perfect, and that's just fine. We miss a few calls and forget the time. It's happy hour when we go live. Mics get hot, and so do the vibes. So if we slur a bit or lose our roles, just blame the beer and our RF souls. Tortoise rolls slow through the woods and mud. Mass plates on the FJ, tires chewing the crud. He'll find the path where the signals roam, with the calm CQ from his overland home. Marvin's got the badge in the winter plan. He'll brave the cold with a rig in hand. When the bands are rough and the tents are low, he's the ham radio guy putting on a show. I guess From Rochester's edge with a voice so clear, Mike's rocking AM on the modern gear. He's hitting the air with that VHF bite and logging POTA till the stars say night. Todd's blowing finals at field day again. Still a proud Jenner, won't let it end. Talks baseball more than he checks his SWR, but he'll snag that contact from a mile too far. We're calling CQ, the signal's wide from the coast to the pines on the mountainside. We're a band of hams with stories to share, tossing wire and trees, putting watts in the air. Once a month we fire up the screen. It's Northeast Ham Radio, where legends convene. To antennas and trees and friends on the air. For signals we chase and the stories we share. We laugh, we learn, sometimes we swear. But every month, you know we'll be there. This is Northeast Ham Radio. Pull up a chair.